Did you want to respond to this,
Yes, please.
Shuffle?
Yeah, I came up. I wanted to say too the bashing to me is just like male fragility, and that's I don't know. That's I guess that's the beginning and the end of it. But the male fragility for me is just not being able to take any criticism, any comments. It's kind of like this. I don't want anybody to mention anything that I did kind of attitude. But other than that, if you were tough as you say you are, you'd be fine no matter what we say. But it ain't. I feel like maybe your opinion of yourself or your little self esteem come from whatever women say. So if women can control that, that's something you got to deal with. It ain't me. You can't move me by what you say about me. But men are very, very moved in a very sensitive and
Mhm.
emotional way. But that's just male fragility. You gotta let that go, homeboy. And especially if they ain't even
And-
talking about you directly. Do you understand how sensitive you gotta be if somebody's talking about their experience with another man and you come up here crying about it? Damn, you soft, or maybe it do apply to you. Maybe you showing your hand that it was you who did that thing. I don't know, but you can't move me.
The interesting thing is like to for the men who like interrupt conversations, like because like they're center and tell their business, and then when you like critique what they're saying, they can't take it. That's the crazy part. Like you want to you in somebody's business who wasn't worried about you, right? And when it came to like you chiming in, you put yourself in the center of it, and we got to hear your whole fucking story. That's crazy.
Hmm.
What's up, Polly?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
So, again, if you want me to just respond to the prompt,
Yeah, good.
yeah, why do men call it bashing women, talk about their experiences? Because I think the major way in that men have been able to control the societal and cultural narrative that it's not all men, it's just a few bad apples. Like, they can only do that if women aren't talking to each other and think, oh, and so women think, oh, there's something wrong with me. But when we have, especially what's happening on social media of women sharing their stories and sharing their experiences, and it's like, okay, it's not just me. This is the average experience of what a woman goes through. And so when women realize that, the entire oh, not all men rhetoric just completely collapses on itself, and they cannot have that. So they want to shut that down in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and that's the interesting part, right? Like I say, even if it was bashing, let's say it's bashing. Why do you want to say anything about it? That's the crazy part. I'm saying, like the way the men be like, y'all telling lies, y'all just making stuff up. That's the men of y'all lives. Like, why do you have to be? Why did you like insert yourself in the conversation? Why not just keep it moving?
As
You know what I'm saying? That shit don't
as
make
it
sense.
says, if it doesn't apply, let it fly.
What's up, Slime Ball?
Yo, how's it going? What's up with y'all?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm chilling. I just got to the house. I was outside a little bit. But
You
yeah,
came up here to hang out with us.
I'm gonna
How
stick
was you?
I'm gonna stick to the prompt. It says, why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experience? You know what? I As me personally, I went through some experiences with my other the baby mama, well, the mother of my kids, and we was together for 12 years, and anytime she tries to say something slick or something like that, I just like laugh and give it no mind. Because if you're the type of person that still cares, you're gonna have something to say about them telling you certain things, or you might not like the way they say certain stuff. So that's the
How do
only
you know?
reason why it's
How
called
do you know what
bashing.
she said?
Huh?
How do you know what she said?
But what I'm saying is like that's what men see it as. Like certain
No, I'm
men,
just saying
yes, they
that.
would call it bashing because let's say you're with someone for a while and they, things don't go accordingly, you guys separate, and then the other person is slick talking about you or saying stuff about their experience with you, which is fine, most people they talk about their experiences with their friends and stuff, but when you starting to talk about certain people's like I don't know persona, the way they carry themselves, that's kind of is bashing because you're
But
talking
see, that's what
about
I'm saying.
you are
But my
talking
question,
about them during their back,
slime,
but like I said, it just depends
slime,
on if they care or not.
slime. How would you know though if they're talking to their friends? Who cares what they telling their friends if they're talking to their friends? Like,
Well,
what is
that's what I'm saying.
like?
Like everybody does
Ain't
that
that
though.
what friends do?
Everybody, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we're being realistic, everybody does that. That's why I said everybody has a friend that they tell that to. So if we're being
Because like if
realistic,
they
that's
telling their
that's
friends,
just what it
honestly, you wouldn't even
happens.
know.
So
That's what I'm saying.
you can't just sit here and say, how do you know that, when we do know that's going on? It's something so simple as that.
No, you missing what I'm saying. The thing is, how would you even know if they talking to their friends? You wouldn't even know.
Well,
Go ahead,
like I said,
Dogo. Hold on, Dogo's want to say something.
like
Hold on,
you're
hold
not.
on, hold on, Slime. Go ahead, Dogo.
I was trying to say that it's personal. So it's hard because you're using your personal experience. We were trying to keep it broad. But when you personalize it, it's not going to hit the same because you're talking about like your situation, or we're talking about in general. So in general, what we're talking about is women just sharing their experiences, and think you guys automatically take it as bashing. But again, it just means you want people to shut the fuck up, even if they had a negative experience with you, and that's not realistic. So that's all. I was just saying, keep it broad. I think you're talking about your situation with your baby mom. But if y'all broke up, I don't know if you think she's supposed to be like singing your praises. Y'all broke up for a reason. So I don't know what you want her to say to you or anybody else. But obviously y'all didn't get along because y'all
In my
separated. So
experience, in my
that's a little
experience, we don't
weird.
have. In my experience, we don't have anything like that going on. We respect each other and we stay at each other's lives. So that's not the issue here. I was just saying, like, I was just giving out examples, because everybody,
So
yes,
hold up.
everybody has
So you
different.
don't have the experience with it then.
You said what?
So you don't have the experience. You're just making an assumption.
I don't have the experience for what?
You said y'all don't do that. So in your case, that didn't happen. So you making an assumption that this is what's happening. That is, the person
I
talking to their
just
friends
know
that
of
they have
friends
to.
that go through that. So I'm just stating my experiences, and what I hear. Obviously, it's not me, but just like you guys are saying, we're not talking our experience. We're talking in general, and I see that
Yeah, but
out.
your response is not consistent. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. If you thank you, Felicity. If your situation is like y'all respect each other to the point where y'all don't bash, quote unquote, and y'all don't say anything, and they're not talking to their friends, it's weird that you would make that assumption to even state that if that's not even your experience. That's what I'm saying. That don't make sense. Hey, Amara. But go ahead. What's up, pleasure?
What's good, Tara? How you feeling today?
Hey, I ain't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I learned my lesson last time. Interesting prompt you have here. Why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experience? I think the answer is the difference between that man and these men. A lot of times when men listen to women share their experience, it's always these men. These men ain't shit. These men do this. These men do that. No, it was that man that you chose to deal with. He did that, and I'm sorry that happened to you. And in no way am I trying to invalidate your experience, but it wasn't these men, it was that man. So hearing that from an outside perspective, when a woman is sharing her personal experience and she's projecting it onto everything that has a peen, there is a little pushback.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you get that pushback to men? Because, like, I swear,
Absolutely.
the first hold on,
Absolutely.
the first group of people I've seen bash men was always men, right? Especially when men give advice to like their daughters, right? The idea is that like these niggas ain't out here ain't shit. Get your stuff together, like, cause oh he ain't good enough. He ain't like there are men who believe that too. So it's just interesting that the men who in the group amongst the men tell it to the people that they love and care about to protect them, and then the women are saying it, and then you like, well, that's a false narrative.
But here's the difference, and I that is actually an excellent point, and I'm glad you said that. When a man tells his daughter, when a man tells his daughter or a woman in his proximity, these men ain't shit, what he's basically saying is, I wasn't shit. I was that type of dude that I'm warning you about. I'm telling you how to avoid dealing with the type of man that I either am or I was. Because a good father, a good husband, a generally good man, he doesn't have to warn his daughter, his sisters, his nieces about men because they see him as an example of what a good man is. So that same projection perpetuates because I'm telling you, all the men I hung out with did the same type of ain't shit stuff that I was doing. So yeah, these men ain't shit because I haven't seen any good man. I haven't been around any good man. And it took me most of my adult life to become a good man. So I'm trying to teach you how to avoid that. On the flip side, if that dude is a good dude, he's around good dudes. He's communicating with good dudes. Good dudes are in his circle.
All right, let me ask you one more question. Right. So let me be straight. So the reason he's saying that because he been that guy, he been around other guys who was that guy. And let's not pretend like we talking about this unique person. This guy represents a lot of people, right? So the fact is there is a threat or there is a type of man out there who fits this description. So when you saying talking about the behavior, you're like, well, you can't talk about behavior because you didn't experience it, but that like this guy is actually out there though. That's the thing. Like if the guy is out there, you know he out there. He know he out there because he was doing the same shit, and that was his friends in his circle. Then why can't the woman who see the guy doing the thing he was doing point out that he's doing it?
Does she have any positive experiences with good men in her
It
life?
doesn't matter. Hold up. That doesn't make sense, right?
Why
It
not?
don't matter if she had positive experiences. She's speaking about something that's what I'm saying. Somebody's speaking about something that's actually going on. You're like, well, you need to be more positive. Like how white people come to conversations when black people talk about race. Like, oh, it can't be all the white people. It's just weird. Like, it's not that she's lying. You know, it's the issue, but because she's not being more positive, like you feel like, oh, this shouldn't be happening. I think that's interesting. But let boss man go.
What's up? What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing, host? How y'all doing?
How you doing?
Good. I shouldn't. I don't think men should call it bashing. I think bashing should just be taken out of the whole, like, just the name of it. Just because, when women talk about their experiences about men, I think it should just be that. And on the flip side of that, I think in to be mature about it, say not only what that they did, why the relationship was went left. They should also speak about their part as well. Just to be more transparent and just mature about the whole thing, because it can be a subjective thing. It's not the same what it.
I'm confused. Hold up. So somebody's talking about an experience they had when somebody did them wrong, right? Or hold up.
Yeah.
Because it's possible for somebody to do somebody wrong, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, pause. All right. So somebody's talking about somebody did them wrong, and you're saying, well, you need to talk about what you did too.
No, what I'm saying is, like, okay, let's just say a relationship, right? When women say, hey, this happened to me this will happen in my experiences, X, Y, and Z, right? So what I'm saying is, over a period of time, let's just say a woman had like 5 relationships, right?
Thank you, Faina.
Yeah, she can talk about like how, things went wrong in the relationship, X, Y, and Z. But what I'm saying is, if you're talking to your friend,
thank you, Alsho.
if you're talking to your friends or whoever, I think they need both sides, because if a guy,
no, come on, let's be no, hold up, pause. Y'all be saying some bullshit. You think that your friends should have both sides, even though your friends are there to support you? Why does the friend hold up? That makes sense. So your homeboys, every time you go to tell your homeboy something, you're gonna be like, let me go get her so she can tell her side too.
No, so this is what I'm saying. So if I have 5 girlfriends, right, and my dude's like, damn, I'm telling them my experiences, and they like, damn, dude, this your 5th one, and I'm like, man, they just ain't doing right. They don't do this, they don't do that. But what I'm saying on the flip side is, I'm gonna be mature and I'm gonna say, you know what? Now that I think about it, I shouldn't have did this, or I kind of played a part in that, or I subjected.
No, that's not how that would work. No, what you said is, hold up, based on what you
that's
said.
what I'm saying.
But no.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm saying. Based on what you just said, the 5 girlfriends should be there for that conversation. The 5 girlfriends should be in the room having that conversation also. It's not you like, yeah, you right. No, all 5 of them should be in there while you talk about this topic, because that's what you're saying.
No,
that they hear both sides. That's crazy.
Because when women talk about their experiences, it's not all with all 5 men. It's with their girls or whoever the case may be. So what I'm saying is I'm telling my boys where things went wrong, and I'm taking accountability for my part in it and saying, like, I could have did this or whatever the case may be. That's what I'm talking about. Because if I'm on my fifth girl and things aren't going right, me myself feel like I have to at that point say, it's your fifth girl. What exactly is going on? And what are you doing not to, or to help that, or what happened? What was your part in making this, what it is as well? That's what I'm talking about.
Man,
That's interesting because it's like, oh, you're so reflective, but if that was actually true, then that's something you would think when you took on the second girlfriend. So that's what I'm saying. That's some bullshit. But hold on, let Jordy go. Let Jordy
It's
go.
accountability.
Hi, host. How are you?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. And respectfully, what I'm going to say now is I've just been hearing a lot of BS. Is somebody, the reason why men call it bashing, the reason men say, oh, you have to hear from both sides and everything like that, is because if they haven't done something like that, they know a homeboy, they know an uncle, they know their daddy, who's somebody who done that. And they don't like what that invokes when that image gets presented. Because in their mind, their friend, their uncle, whatever have you, their shit don't stink. They would rather defend
So you saying slime, pleasure, and boss man all full of shit?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I understand some of the points that they're saying and blah, 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 this and that, but you're pussyfooting around the whole idea of it. If a woman is coming and she's so willingly to talk to her friends or you or anybody else about what happened to her, it's like most of the time, not saying all the time, we're not talking about like, false allegations, things like that, but most of the time there is validity to what she is saying. And you should actually believe her, believe victims, believe when people are telling you what's going on in their life. Okay? What that person did to them, what is going on. There are tons of situations that happen within that. And we know that most violent crimes,
how we go from relationships
because we're not talking about relationships. We're talking about their experiences. That's what you guys keep pounding on, and that's the problem. You guys keep thinking it's the girlfriend.
Hold up.
Sir, it's your turn. It's not your turn to talk. I had the floor. You can address me as soon as it's your turn. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Y'all get
open
triggered.
the panel up. Hold up, y'all. We open the panel up after everybody share their thoughts. Go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
And this is that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about, triggering and not even paying no reading comprehension whatsoever. Why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experiences? We're not talking about just relationships. I'm using this as an example. We're getting off of that now, okay? But even in relationships and such like that, the number of people that cheat, the number of this and that, those things can be true. In that moment when somebody's venting to you, it's not about what they did. It's about what happened to them. That's why they're coming to you. That's why they're talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Eventually in the conversation, most reasonable people from my experience will be like, well, in this situation, I did do this, but still it doesn't justify what they did. So we're once again getting around the idea. Just listen to somebody when they're talking. Listen to somebody when they're expressing to you what happened to them and believe them. You can get evidence later on. You can do that. In the moment, though, trust what they're saying. There's probably more truth than there is a lie in that statement.
There is no.
Oh my God! Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Have you been addressed? Have you been addressed, sir? Have you been addressed?
Oh, I apologize. The way you was winding down, I figured.
No. Hold up, Jordy.
I was giving a chance for the host to say something.
He didn't want an introduction. Like he clearly something you said. Like he got to respond right now.
Well, because he's listening to respond, not to like actually hear and understand.
He about to say some groundbreaking shit. Watch.
Okay.
Like watch. It's gonna be groundbreaking.
But anyway, I just want to. I'm simply going to land it on this and such like that. Is that we need to stop always having these caveats for women that they have to explain. Oh, what did you do? What did you? Because it leans into very much the whole idea of what were you wearing? What did you say? Did you aggravate him? Did you try? It's always victim blaming with women. It's always victim blaming with what happened to them in their experience. It can't just be true. There has to be something shifty going on. There has to be a lie going on and everything like that. And that's why so many women are, ending up in the situations that they are in, because the people in the community that are supposed to protect them are not.
The crazy part about that is the way these men talk. You would think like The way y'all these niggas be talking is like y'all. These men don't be lying. These some good men out
And
here.
this,
They
and this is
wholesome
why
men.
we
They don't
have.
be. Hold up, real quick. They don't
Sorry,
be
sorry.
lying. Like they pull out chairs. Like they show up on time all the time. They pay all the bills. Like it's like them poor old men. They defenseless men. I think it's interesting. But let our show say his groundbreaking
I
point.
just want
Go
to make
ahead.
this last point. I'm not going to drag on. I'm just going to say this simply. We know it's real and we know it's happening because we see so many times, at least I'm assuming most of the people on this panel are black. We see most of the time in these types of situations, and you have people like this in your family and around you, because when they come over to your house, you would telling your young girls or daughters or sisters and everything like that, cover up, don't wear them shorts, don't wear that strap, don't be having your cleavage out, or, blah, 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 what it is. And they're just existing in their home because those people are wrong and they're fucked up. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, well, our show, you done ran our show off. What's up, Banks?
Oh, my bad. How y'all doing? I'm sorry.
Hello.
So, how y'all feeling? Only thing I want to say, right, is so I really feel like the difference between bashing and whatever else it'd be called is when it's generalized versus when it's not generalized. Like, I feel like if women, if women go through situations and talk about their personal experience with just their personal experience, period. I think like by the time it gets to the point when it's like men ain't this and men ain't that, that's when they come off bashing. And it's like, even if you take it out of the context that it's in, and like look at it as far as whether it's race or whatever. If I was to sit there and have a bad experience with a white person, and I say, all right, white people, like whatever, this isn't the third, that'd be bashing the same way. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like even men, like not even just like narrowing it down to women. If men do, like, it's the same, like on both ends. I feel like instead of us looking at whatever we've been through.
Hold on real quick, because
Yeah.
I think the parallel might be missing. So do you understand that when it comes to race, it's a power dynamic, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So with one
That's
group
still,
getting
but
the power,
okay, go.
calm down. So when we talk about like gender relations, do you also understand there's a power dynamic?
Yeah, I do.
Who has more power in our society, men or women?
Society says men,
Okay.
but that's what society
So
says.
if you're gonna parallel that with race, right?
Right.
The men would take the place of the white people, and the women would take the place of black people.
That's what they would
So it's
want you
kind
to
of
think. And
no, no, no.
in a
If
real
you
household, right?
no, it's not
Okay.
they. Hold on, it's not they. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna draw the parallel between racism and sexism, you have to draw the parallel based on the power dynamic. So you say either or, meaning
Well,
that you coming up here telling us
that.
that hold up.
Okay, go ahead.
So you believe in reverse racism? You one of them people?
No, not at all. I
So
just believe
you
in
don't
something being.
believe, hold up. If you
Uh,
don't believe in reverse for racism, then you wouldn't think that it went both ways when it go to gender dynamics. If sexism is something that oppresses women, that's come on, be for real.
no,
Come
I
on
didn't say
now.
that it's not. But what I'm saying is, here's. But that's like kind of like it's like a double-edged sword. What you trying to like the point you're trying to prove.
What
All
I'm
I'm saying
trying to,
is,
I'm not trying to make a point. I'm just clarification about the parallel that you pulled up, but it wasn't consistent.
well, it is because I like it's not just two races. So like you can say black and white. You could use any other race. Like take black and white out of it. Say like two minority races.
No, no,
It's
no.
the
We
same
talking
thing.
about racism. No, we talking about
It's the same
racism when
thing.
we talk about black and white.
All
We
right.
talk
So
about black and white.
I didn't
Because
say. No,
it
I
would be
didn't
the
say.
group. It would be,
I
but hold
didn't.
up. That's why I asked you. Hold up. That's why I asked you.
Yeah.
What group has power? It would be the group who has power within a racist system. So it would
If you
definitely go
want to
black
look
and
at
white.
those two groups, I didn't bring that up to speak
Sir,
about races.
you use the example. This is so crazy. But
Right.
hold up.
Of
If
a
you
race in general, not racism.
hold up, Banks. Calm down. Okay. Let Kenyon go. Go ahead, Kenyon.
Hello.
Hello.
So the biggest thing is why it's called bashing is because people generalize a lot of things. Like we're not going to sit there and talk about our good experiences. We only talk about the negative. And sometimes like this, when you start bashing people, sometimes you need full context because we don't know if people are telling the truth or they telling half the story.
Let me ask you a question. When you just said that when the people are having these conversations, wasn't you generalizing the people having the conversation?
No, I was not. Like this be, because the simple fact of the matter is it's
I mean,
not.
you didn't come up and talk about a
No.
specific situation.
I'm
You
about
literally
to.
generalized.
Because it's not you saying bashing. It's a general thing. It's not a thing where we having conversation. It wouldn't be called bashing if it wasn't being generalized that way.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying you're generalizing the general conversation. So I
Because
think that's
Can
that's the
interesting.
can he give us an example of that? What he's speaking about?
all right. So when we just having regular conversations about like this relationships, like what I did and what they did, it's not called bashing. It's a conversation. When you sitting there just
That's an
No, we're
attacking,
talking
example.
about SA. Like, how is the conversation supposed to go when you ask, when you're getting the other, you know what I'm saying? The man side of the story. How was that conversation and the unbashing of the woman gonna go? Like, how are you going to ask her, uh, like, how's that gonna go about?
okay. So one, in order to have conversations, you can't be mad at people asking uncomfortable questions. So yes, if I want to know full context, if you're talking about something, it's going to be like this. What part did you hold in that relationship?
Don't you want
Regardless,
What
context because
sense
you
does
feel
what?
uncomfortable? Hold up, Kay. Don't you want context because you feel uncomfortable though?
no, I would want context because I want to sit there and involve like this comment on a situation that I don't know the full context of. Like you could sit there and say like this prime example. It's a lot of guys that we know get falsely convicted of stuff. It's a lot of especially domestic violence. And people sit there and try to say, "Hey, men are the most violent in when it comes to DVs." But
But
when
is
it
that
comes,
not true?
no, it's not. Female actually have a higher domestic violence rate than guys.
Whoa, hold up. You said men and then you said female.
I said yes. When it comes down to DV, when it comes down to DV, men and women like this. It comes down to it. Women have a higher rate, and
Can
we sit there and bypass that.
I say something, please?
Go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to take this time to educate him on what he
Oh,
doesn't.
hold up, whoa. Just so you know, welcome. We don't educate these motherfuckers. We just listen to what they say. If you want to take this point, that's fine. But we don't do the labor by educating the motherfucker. That's
Okay,
crazy.
okay. Well, I'm going to run off what his point that he's saying.
Yeah, you can
He
counter his point, but I don't give us a bad name and tell somebody people be telling people we educating motherfuckers over here because that ain't happening.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Now, you said something about how we have to have the uncomfortable conversation. The conversation, like she said, starts off uncomfortable because who is open and willingly ready to tell someone you have just been violated like that? And let's change it until, say you're a straight man, you don't deal with men. How are you going to have that oh my gosh, how are you going to have that conversation like that? It's a scary thing. And you're opening up conversation. You're proving our point, everything that you say. I know you think that you're informing us, but you're literally proving our point. People put people in situations like that strictly because these things go on. You just said you got to have the uncomfortable conversation. We know that's why people do it. That's why it's so poignant, because they know people don't want to have, especially they don't want to have those uncomfortable conversations. And just like these people that are just now getting caught up for all these bodies like Ted Bundy and stuff like that, they would target prostitutes and stuff like that. I don't know if I can use that word on this panel, but they would target sex workers because they're sex workers. Like,
You're
it's
not
not
supposed to say that
when
word like
you
that.
when you
But here,
have someone.
no, I get what you're saying because what I hear the men saying, right, is that women over there talking about what they talking about, you gotta get the man side or they need the man side to be stated. So even though they don't know what man they talking about, they volunteer as tribute to be the man to defend the man they don't know in the
It's
story that didn't impact them
it's
personally.
not
Exactly.
it's
Hold on,
not
And
hold
just
on,
nine times
sir.
out of
Hold up,
10,
sir.
and nine times out of 10, if you be quiet and you actually are educated, because I'm pretty sure half of you men that are sitting here arguing this rebuttal that y'all have, y'all didn't even know half of the stuff that y'all were doing was
You
sexual
did.
coercion. Now y'all are trying to like make up for it. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then half of the time, if you actually open your eyes and realize when you the fact that he even lied about something that he knew, it doesn't matter why he
Thank
lied,
you,
it
babe.
doesn't matter why he did it, honey, you didn't have no reason. And then that comment about women are reported as more as domestic violence. I know a plethora of women who decided who made a choice to actually fight back, and then the men manipulated the situation where he was the victim. I'm telling you, I know kids are created. They drag single mothers nowadays so much, but half of y'all don't even know. Even y'all mothers were created off of sexual assault that your father put her through, and
But you
it's
gotta
nasty. Y'all mock
I agree
women.
with you, but you gotta watch what you're saying.
But I also just went and looked on Google,
Oh,
and what he said was wrong anyway. I just did a quick Google search, listed a couple
Yeah,
of sources, and it's wrong
hold up real
anyways.
quick. Hold up. We
and they
don't have
tell on
to wait.
themselves.
Hold up real quick, y'all. We don't have to waste our time and go look it up. We know, y'all, we know it's bullshit. People know it's bullshit, right? We know that the men are the ones committing most of the crime. What do you say? 98% of violent crime is committed by men or some shit like that. Like, we know that. He knows that. It's all gaslighting and then
It's not.
bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
Even if you look at
Keon. Hold up, Keon. Hold up, sir. Calm down. Like, you say, as long as the man is there to speak, you can speak, but don't cut me off. Don't try to raise your voice over mine. That was crazy. Like, you can counter just like everybody else. But the interesting part is, like, they want to protect men who are not in the room. This is what I'm saying. And the thing about the sexual coercion, like, that motherfucker know what he did. He was saying he want to be able to do it again. So, like, you saying what it is and saying that he did something, he can't be having that. He can't have you knowing what coercion is, because how he gonna continue to do it? You know what I'm saying? He don't feel good about himself. He got to be able to manipulate, and you taking it from him. Like, well, how you gonna get his dick wet? You know what I'm saying? He got to go back to fucking the dog, and he don't want that. But go ahead. What's up, Chris?
Yeah, been a while. Hope you've been well. Why
I'm good.
do men call it bashing? Hey, what's up? Why do women call it bashing when women talk about their experiences? Because us men struggle to take accountability, and that all
Thank
starts
you,
during our
King.
childhood. I mean, we have excuses made for us. Every single one of us are coddled. Yeah, and I hate using this phrase. Hate, and I do mean hate using this phrase. We use phrases like "boys will be boys" because we think girls won't mature faster, etc. We all have excuses made for
Thank you,
us
Jane
because we think,
Doe.
and the fact that we struggle to take accountability turns us into men who don't prioritize women's voices. We dismiss what you say. When every single
Thank
one
you,
of you
Jane
have your
Doe.
stories with us, every single one of you, you leave stores with your keys in between your fingers. You park closer to.
Well, only thing about that, Chris, because heavy on the coddling, you can't say, you have to include yourself in that group, though, Chris. That's the only
No, I
thing.
am. That's why I'm saying us.
Okay.
I
What you're
mean,
saying.
yeah. I mean, not all of us men have raped a woman. Not all of us men have essayed a woman, but every single one of us have made a woman or femme-presenting person feel uncomfortable. Every single one of us men have made a woman or femme-presenting person feel uncomfortable because we lack empathy. And I hate to tell you, fellas, this, but you proved every single one of us men uphold the patriarchy. And us men are the issue until every single one of us men decide to deconstruct our misogyny, because every single one of us men are misogynistic. We're going to continue to talk about subjects like this. So to all the men here, we are the issue. Actually, think about stuff, reflect. We are the issue, and every single one of us have done something in our lives that we're not proud of with a woman. Every single one of us.
Well, let me just say this, Chris. I have no hope. Like, I'm not optimistic when it comes to men, right? I think men, the skills that we're asking men to have, they're not going to be able to have them because they're too driven by fragile ego, being primitive and feral. So, like, I don't want, for my sake, don't think that, like, oh, if I present better, that, like, I'm gonna do anything different. I'm gonna be 94 on this bitch talking shit about y'all niggas, like, for real. I'm gonna be in a hospital on the fucking machine, hosting a live. Like, it's not gonna happen. But go ahead. Oh, what's up, Sucker Free? Hey,
That's a lot
y'all.
of pain, bro. That's a lot of hurt. Sorry for whoever hurt you.
Hold
That's
up,
crazy.
sir. You ain't gotta tell us how you sorry. Let Sucker Free go.
I feel like that men call it bashing because it's so deplorable, and the things that they do to women, when we mirror it back and tell you things that has happened to us, it's so bad the things that they do that they just have to call it bashing or call it or try to downplay it to make it seem like, okay, we're not that bad when really it is that bad. Men are that horrible, and it's very unfortunate because it's like women can go through something so tragic, throw it out, and for a man to say, "Oh, you well," like they say, "Who hurt you?" Y'all, all y'all, like all of y'all are so y'all don't want to take accountability for the things that y'all do. Women are going through horrible things at y'all's expense, not expense, but y'all by y'all's hand, and that's not cool.
I want to go back to the sexual coercion, and I want men to know that like it's their fault, right?
Mm,
Because men love to bash other men when coochie's on the table, right?
mm.
Niggas love to bash the other men when they trying to get access to a woman. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, oh, that's what we doing here. So like, we learned it from y'all. That y'all some good teachers.
Yeah.
But what's up, Carter?
Hold on. It's the same
Hmm.
Carter who said he went in your live when he was sending me a slime last night. Now him coming
Yeah, he
back.
lied to me.
Oh,
Carter
he
lied to
lied,
me.
No,
lied last
no.
night.
Okay,
Talking about
let's
something. I went
clarify
in your
what she
I
live,
talking about.
remember
Tara.
Carter.
You
Let's
was in
clarify.
Tara's live. You back today, which is proof. You just need to apologize for lying last night. But go ahead.
I
Yeah, he
didn't
hurt my
lie, and
feelings.
it's not funny because I don't have no context for what you're talking about. I know yesterday she had asked, "Was I in her live earlier that day?" and I wasn't. So what's funny?
Well, I'm posting the video. So just go ahead. What you want to say about the prompt, Carter?
Why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experiences?
Hold on. I'm
Those
pressing
are
this type real quick.
yeah. A lot of times, well, I'm gonna just answer the question.
Okay.
Those are emotionally unstable men, and a
Hold
lot of
up.
them.
Stop. Hold up.
What?
Stop real quick. Are we? You're acknowledging that there are emotionally unstable men out there, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Cool. Cool. Keep going.
A lot of times those are men that grew up with single mothers and
Hold on.
they
Hold up.
view
Real
women
quick.
a
So
certain way,
you're saying that these emotional men were abandoned by their fathers, right?
abandoned
All
by their
right. Keep going.
fathers, and
Yeah. Yeah.
yep,
Yeah. Their fathers abandoned. All right. Keep going.
yep, and their idea of women is screwed. They only sexualize women. Yeah,
And they hypersexual. They'll fuck anything. Got it.
absolutely.
So should we be bashing men like that?
Absolutely. You should definitely be talking
Okay,
about
so
your
you agree
experience
with us?
for sure.
You agree that that it's not actually bashing and it's valid that women are talking about their experiences with these type of men?
Yeah, and the fact that they even
You ate
perceive it
that?
as
No, Carter, you ate that for real. What's up, Gaslight?
Hey,
yeah,
Tara,
but
how's it
those are the
going?
same men
Hey,
that
hey,
men
hey,
Hold on,
hey,
hold
hey,
on,
say.
you
Carter.
already
Hold
I'm
on,
finished,
not
Carter. Wait for
done.
bro?
open panel.
You done.
I'm not
A,
done. You
man, a
can
man's
you go
talking.
ahead
You
and
done.
can you go
A
ahead and
man's
mute him?
talking. A man's talking. You
Can
done.
you go ahead and mute
Hey,
him
dark
or
horse.
her,
A
whatever it
man's talk.
is?
A man's talking. You done.
Can you go ahead and mute him,
You
Tara, and
done,
not
sis.
let me
Hold
You
up,
done,
finish?
sis. You
Carter,
done,
chill.
sis.
Wait for open panel. Go ahead. GA
Yeah.
Slight, what's up?
Um. Hey, I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Yeah. Um. Well, the reason men call it bashing is because why is you telling this man business to another woman or to another man or to the public? That's why it's bashing. If you'd have kept it to yourself, it'd have been cool. That's your experience. That's your experience. You can even talk to him about it with your mom because he probably ain't gonna never talk to your mom, right? But you want to go out in public and tell everybody and make videos on the TikTok, on the YouTube, telling people he did this. And then the next woman might not have that experience. He might treat her like Lucky Charms. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
But
people
so
love
hold
Lucky
up.
Charms.
But hold up, Gaslight, right? Just like women are told that we gotta choose better, right? Men need to watch that behavior because y'all should know that women run our mouth. Like women can't stop talking about shit. Like we are going to run our mouth. We're gonna tell everybody. You gonna be hanging with somebody and thinking it's the first time they heard about you and they know all your business. That's what women do. They're gonna tell your business. So like and that's something I think men need to accept.
Yeah, I think men need to choose better. They need listen, they pickers is off. Our pickers are off. I done chose wrong in my past. I done chose wrong. I'll admit it. I'll hold myself accountable. I'll never choose a woman like that again. Not never. Not ever. I've chosen wrong. And we just need to choose better. But
So you just better okay.
hold on, wait a minute.
No, he
You
just
got
a
that
What is
faggot.
right. I'm bitter.
What does
because I made a
SA
bad
have to
decision.
do with choosing better?
So I listen. Yes, yes, yes. I'm bitter. No one is
Mm-hmm.
happy with decisions they make that does not garner the outcome they'd like. So yes, bitter is part of the course. Absolutely.
Damn.
So you bitter
I
because the
appreciate that
woman.
accountability.
I'm not talking to you,
You
sis.
Carter.
scared?
It's somebody
Shut
else's
up,
Hold
turn.
up,
faggot.
Carter. Hold
Broke
up.
ass
Hold
faggot.
up.
Now you
Oh, you
because you
gotta
can't
go,
say that word on
Carter.
TikTok.
Hold up.
Yes,
No,
queen.
Carter
Come
like
out of there.
no, Carter like flirting with the man. Y'all put the fruits in the chat. Tag Carter if you want.
I ain't say
Can
that
y'all make
for the
sure y'all
whole
tap
two
up in the
hours last
screen?
night. He did it on purpose. He ain't say that one
Yeah.
time last night talking to the men's.
Yeah, he love them niggas. Can y'all tap screen, get the likes up? Let's get past 25K. If y'all ain't sent a heart me yet, can you send it? And if you agree with people on the panel, you can gift them the support. Carter, get out of the damn queue. Go yourself that we
Yeah,
gonna open the panel up.
please do.
Damn.
Hey, um,
Hey.
to answer the question, I think that, and I have a friend that kind of coined this term that like black men, they're social political narcissists. So a lot of this is like a cultural narcissism that the black community enables. And we enable it by centering black male stories in media over the stories of other black people in the community. Black men have a lot of representation throughout history. We center their side of the stories to the detriment of other voices in our community. And what this has done is it's created a social narcissism that's running rampant in black men. Anytime that they don't see themselves centered, they flip out. They didn't even like like the BLM movement because it was a movement that centered other black people besides men. And so I think black men's social political narcissism
Thank you, Sucker Free.
blocks them from empathy. And there's also an empathy gap too, especially when they come up here talking about who hurt you, who hurt, I'm sorry, you like they don't care about us being hurt. They don't care at all. You know?
Yeah, and the thing about that is because yeah, the black community is definitely male centered, right? It's interesting because I hear and I know it's like oh the women are doing all the coddling and stuff. But then you find out that like sometimes the mothers are coddling because she afraid he might do something because you can't wait till his 18th birthday so he can get the fuck out of the house. Or like I'm having these conversations with women and the men even validating us saying that we bashing, right? We're not enabling, we bashing. It's the men who come and support the other men. Like we've had men up here, like Boss Man and Keon came up here to like circle jerk with the hypothetical man. So I'm saying so I think it's interesting when it's like we enabling. Cause I don't know. I'm not saying it ain't happening, but I see if anybody enabling, it's the men enabling. Because
I'm
like
just
I
talking
said,
about
when
like
I hold up.
mhm.
When I see a man talking and he explaining his point, and then I see his fellow brethren hop on the panel to like be his voice piece and help spread his message, I know that that man thinks he's weak. I know that he like, oh, this a weak ass nigga. He can't stand his own. Let me go up there and try to help bro out because the team got to stick together. Cause like they weak and they know they weak, so they uplift each other. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
could disagree with that too, because like this in the same context, like this, a lot of men would sit there and have
Who blocked you? Damn, Carter, that was fast. He mad.
okay,
He'll unblock you.
all right.
Oh, go ahead, sir. What you were
Wait,
saying?
who going?
The my main point is like this when it comes down to like why it's called bashing because like this us as a community we're not coming up with solutions so we just sitting there talking about and like a lot of time like this like yes
Hold on, Keon. Who do you think the community is?
men and women not just men.
All right. Okay. I see why you are disillusioned. Okay, because that's the problem. When women are talking amongst themselves, y'all not part of that community. You're not part of the community. You think that any space you see black people that you're part of the community because when black women are together, that's the community. You're not part of that community. There, if women are together bashing men, why would you think that that's your community? Are you okay?
Why wouldn't that be like this? For instance, like this, when it comes down to like a lot of rights that got pushed, like this, men was also
No,
backing.
no, no. We're not talking about rights. Let's be for real, right?
But if
When
we
y'all was in, no, hold on. Listen, what I'm saying. When y'all be in the barbershop, whatever, nobody got a hairline, but everybody in the barbershop. It's crazy, right? We didn't barge in that motherfucker and say we a community. We let y'all do y'all thing. Y'all was a community, right? When y'all like to like jack each other off and be obsessed with each other in the club and doing the trains and like getting off with each other and shit, we don't be like we need to be part of that. That's your thing. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a separate community. Do you understand that?
That's crazy. That's
listen,
Yeah,
crazy.
so you're
right.
you're, you're asking, look, in order for somebody to know you're bashing, you must be talking about it outside of your community.
Yeah, if the women are bashing the men, why would you think that this is a place you should be? Like that's not your community, bro. Keep it
I
moving.
want to go next. I want to go next. I'm trying to be serious. Tara,
That
damn
is
it at the
crazy.
hairlines. It was true. I wanted to
He
say
ate
too, right?
that.
It was funny. The issue that I'm saying too, right, is hey, they want to keep talking about this one-on-one experience, right, that you have. Like that was that one experience. And my biggest thing is that now you're saying men in general, not that one man, right? I've heard that from multiple panelists. But what we're saying, what men are asking is not to sum up your experiences and gain some wisdom. They're asking you not to recognize patterns and not to grow and not to learn. They want you to start at zero every time you meet a man and act like you have no experience with men and not to use it. And no woman is doing that. So stop asking women to start at zero. They are supposed to use what you go through. And in any other situation, you will want to use that experience, whether it's money, whether it's anything else. You're going to say, hey, no, I learned from this job that this is how I'm supposed to fill out my goddamn health, whatever it is. You're supposed to continue to accumulate information and use that to make better decisions next time. Except when it comes to men, they do not. Because if you do, right, they're not going to be able to do the same dumb shit. And matter of fact, it shouldn't affect you if you're not doing no dumb shit. It shouldn't matter what
All
the
right.
last man did. But you
Oh
don't want
man.
women to accumulate knowledge. You don't want them to get wiser as
That's
they deal with
false.
men. That's all that
You
it
just
Can,
want
is.
them
can I
That's
Look,
all
say
that it is.
something?
Or it
can I
wouldn't
Can I,
you
apply to
would
you.
want them
can
to.
I comment
can
like
I
this?
come in?
Because for in order for
You
me to
just
say
went. It's somebody else's turn to go. You just went before me. It's somebody else needs to
Yeah, can
go.
I come in?
Hmm.
What I was I don't know who said this earlier, but he said he chose wrong. My comment on that is men choose the wrong woman, especially to lay down with. How are you gonna say that you chose the wrong woman when you knew what woman you were dealing with, and especially if lies were involved, you knew what woman you were dealing with. You just wanted her to react a certain way. You just thought she would react a certain way when you know what I'm saying? After the whole the shenanigans went on. So it's just like I don't understand. Once again, when men say I chose the wrong woman, I don't think no man can ever say that unless the woman full blown flat out lied on you. And
Well,
that's
well,
rare
that's
well.
not
again.
rare.
It's not
Yeah,
rare.
let him
However,
respond.
if I shenaned once, I'll shenan again. I chose wrong. It
Okay, and
just
you
is
know
what
that's
it
you
is.
okay, and you know that. So you need to get up as a
He's taking
grown man,
accountability.
and you
He's
have
taking
it exactly.
accountability.
You as a grown man, and y'all are not as emotional as y'all like to say that y'all are. Women are way more emotional than y'all. Then you need to get up and move your seat, like y'all like to say. Women trap men with babies. How can you trap a man with the baby when a man can get up and leave at any time? That doesn't make
Let me
sense.
ask, hold
Well,
up,
well,
hold
no,
up, real
that does
quick.
make sense.
Hold
It
up, hold
It
up,
does.
hold up, hold
doesn't.
up.
It
Hold up,
do.
y'all. GA Slight, let me ask you a question. How do you feel to know that boss man think you a weak ass nigga and you needed him to speak up for you? How does that make you feel?
Nope.
Oh, that's an interesting question. Hold on. Let me give some thought to that.
Damn. Y'all
Can I?
got it. Yeah, go
Can I?
ahead.
Okay. I just said that. I mean, it's accountability. That's all I'm saying. If you can recognize what you did versus what you allow, that's taking accountability. If he said he chose wrong, that means he's taking accountability, and he is like the one lady from before was saying, he's learning. He learned from that. So it's
But
just
that's
like,
putting the
Real
blame on
quick.
someone
Hold up. I want to
else.
take it. Hold up. I want to take this back to what you said earlier, boss man, because you was up here advocating for men to be part of the conversation because the woman need to accept that like is another side of the story, right?
yeah,
So
most
it
definitely.
wouldn't that wouldn't hold up. Wouldn't the accountability be her like talking about the stuff he saying? Like part of the accountability is that the other person can talk about the experience,
Right,
right?
right, right.
Do you think do you
Talking
think
about it is fine.
accountability, hold
Yeah.
up, would it be accountability if that man was like, oh, I need to be in the conversation too to give my side? Is he holding himself accountable?
No, no, he don't have to be part of it.
Then why do you advocate for that?
He don't. Well, what I'm saying is, I mean, you can clearly hear him and see what he's saying, though, right? And if he said he had a woman that
No. You not following. I
what?
say if the woman is speaking out about what he done to her,
Oh, okay.
him he shouldn't be chiming in the conversation. He need to be accountable and understand that she's going to speak about the experience. So him trying to go up there and give his side of the story wouldn't be accountable, right? So that's why I want to know why you advocating for that.
Right, him accountable. Well, until they both get in there, his side is he's not bashing. He's not saying what she did and da 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 da.
How do
He,
you know that?
but
Why would he need to
Can I
say
say
anything?
something?
because what
Can I
he's
say something?
saying, but what he's saying
Hold up.
is, but what he's saying is, hey, I chose wrong. It's my fault because
What?
whatever was going on did not align, and whatever the case may be, he's taking that
Are you
accountability. So you
him?
don't really need.
Hold up. Boss
Just
man, you done hold up. Have you done some fucked up shit, boss man?
For sure.
Yes.
So that's okay, that's why you want to protect men who do fucked up shit.
What
I'm
the?
not protecting him.
yeah, that's the no.
I'm
My
just saying
question. Listen,
I took
listen,
accountability too. I took
listen.
accountability too.
How are you taking? How are you? How do you go to someone? Continue talking, because I forgot what I was gonna say. This shit is just mind blowing.
Hold on, cash. Hold up,
If I
cash.
did
Y'all got
something wrong, if I
hold on,
did something,
no. He not gonna continue talking. Go ahead, King.
Okay, I'm just going to answer the prompt.
Mm-hmm.
Why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experiences? I think it's because men want women to be positioned a certain way, like they want us to be in our place. So they just use these terms to quiet us, our voices, I guess.
It's a competition in their head, and they think they winning.
And I
no.
also feel like the energy is
I
directed towards Black women when it should be directed towards our opposition, which is the other races that are trying to attack Black women.
Hey, Gaslight, what you say cash out for? Tell Tara.
Oh, who that for? Hold up. Oh, okay, my bad. All right, boss man, any last words? Should have said it faster. Damn, my bad. I ain't
Yeah,
see it. My bad.
it's okay. You just, I was just answering your question. Don't no man speak for
Yeah,
me. Got to get him the fuck
yeah.
up out of there. You start trying to speak for me.
He definitely had your back
That's why
though.
you kicked him.
Like,
I didn't know that's why you kicked him. Oh shit.
damn. Maybe next time, buddy. Um, hold up. We got imbalance here, y'all. I'm getting a little scared.
All right, I'm dropping
Um,
down.
no, don't go nowhere. I'm gonna let Mike
All
up
right.
here. Liz ain't around, is she? But before Mike go and get on our motherfucking nerves, right? These niggas lying. They lying, right?
Mike, do
They
you have
full of
your voice
shit.
changer?
It's
Ask Mike
another
to
way
buy
to
a voice
silence. It's
changer.
another way to silence a victim.
Hold up,
That's why.
y'all. Hold up, y'all. These niggas is lying, right? The stories they giving not adding up, right? The
Can I
fact
say
that
something?
even when no nigga, shut up. Even when Cash was holding slight accountable for what he was saying about accountability, and Boss Man wanted to jump in, like why the fuck would he jump in there? You see what I'm saying? Like why is Keon up here talking about other people's relationships? Like the reality is like y'all motherfuckers don't want to be honest, and we know y'all lying. That's the crazy part.
But
We know y'all
both
niggas
sides
lying.
lie.
Hold up, Keon. Hold up. I think it's interesting because I think when y'all talking, y'all thinking, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, we know y'all niggas lying. That's the crazy part. Only motherfucker delusional is you and your fuck buddy. But I think that's crazy that y'all that delusional. But go ahead, Mike. What's up, Mike?
Hi, how are you today, miss? Yeah, so,
I'm good right now.
second? Yeah, cool. So, why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experiences? Look, if women have bad experiences with men, I will empathize with them personally and I will, sympathize with them, all right? However, I don't, I think the problem is I myself do not want to be held accountable for the actions of another man. So if another man grapes, if another man unalives, or if another man assaults any other woman, I don't want to be like in the frame for any of this. So I'll say, look, hold that man primarily to account for what he's done and punish him, but please don't smear the rest of us with what some of the brothers are doing to the sisters. That would be that's what I'm concerned about.
I know
That's
you
it.
say you black, but you saying brothers is hilarious.
Yeah, but we're all brothers
So
and
let me
sisters
ask
in
you a
the same
question, Mike.
community.
If that's the case, why do you come up here advocating for like giving men side and grace when women speak about the things that men are doing? Like if women are addressing the fact that these men are doing these things and you don't like the fact that you're getting blamed, right? Why do you want to protect that group of men instead of allowing them to be bashed?
Right. I mean, basically, the point I'm because I feel as though that's how it comes across to me that you're bashing all men. That's how it comes across.
You didn't answer the question, Mike.
What was the question again? I tried to listen to it. It's just she said,
No, you ain't. If you tried to listen to it, you would have answered it. But it's fine.
yeah, just
I
ask
know
it
why you did.
again.
No, it's not. Like here's the thing, Mike. I'm gonna be honest. Whenever I'm bashing men and I'm talking about the behaviors that they're doing, you are definitely included, Mike. Like the
What
times
have
we
I
spoke
done?
to you,
List what I've done.
hold up. You having incel rhetoric, Mr. Pro Red Pill, always giving man a lifeline. I am definitely considering
Not
you in
true.
that group. No, I'm just letting you know, Mike, you are definitely in that group. You're not separate.
I'm not in that group at all. I'm saying at the end of the day, what we need to do is just only blame certain individuals for the action.
No, Jay Slay said you had to go, Mike. Mike up here lying, y'all. If y'all know Mike, Mike be up here advocating for these niggas all the time. Dropping these niggas is crazy.
No,
Gaslighting.
he moved off. Listen, if
Hey,
you're gonna
Drika.
defend men, you gotta defend men. Don't come up here taking the side of women and trying to exclude yourself. Defend man with your full chest, and if you ain't gonna do that, you can't be round while I'm round.
Hey, Drika.
Damn. Maybe next time, Mike. Maybe he learned the lesson. Hey, Drika. Go ahead, Kenyon. What you want to say?
What I was saying is like like this. If we were to sit there and talk about each other experiences and have a honest conversation, like male and female, a lot of healing could be done. But a lot of healing is not done, so that it becomes of us versus y'all, like men versus women, and that's not healthy.
So, what is us like? So, what your utopia? What would it look like?
People have an honest conversation. People stop trying to use money, sex as leverage. People just actually being there for each other for them, not for what benefits them.
So, you're saying women are liars?
Both sides lie.
Hold on, real quick. If you think women are liars, why do you want to be in community with them?
Doesn't mean I'm still like this. Like I am attracted to women like this, even though I know
So
I
you
like this.
attract, you don't care that women lie,
I do care. So
but you
that's why
still want to be with women
that's
though.
why that's why. But I'm not generalize that. That's why I said a lot
So
of
you
things.
know women lie, and you get upset at women for lying, as you say. So like you like the lying. If you still
People
saying like I know women lying, like we can't come together as a community because they be bashing men, but I still want one like that. Like where's the accountability for that?
People lie. It doesn't matter. No, doesn't matter what sex they are. People lie.
No, I'm talking about the ones you want to be with, though. Unless, I mean,
I'm in a full
maybe you
blown.
saying people on purpose.
I'm in a full blown relationship. So it's just like for my
Come on,
relationship.
gaslight.
I'm dropping. I'm going.
Damn, Keon, you gotta go too, nigga. Why you dropping gaslight?
Because he was talking about niggas healing. We don't need to be healing, we men. Oh, we gotta heal and we just gotta kumbaya, man. I don't wanna hear that shit.
I do want
Okay, I'm
to.
done.
Damn.
I want to say I realized I was talking from a Black experience, but I want to say that why to the prompt. It's because they don't really want to talk about the real issue and their behavior. They don't want to address it, and it's going to continue, I guess.
Yeah, because liars gonna continue to lie, right?
Can I say
And they got
something?
an incentive there.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, and then Drika gonna go.
Also, we also know that men look at it as a game. It's plattered all over music and little boys. It's very prevalent in boys, young boys, but they will go out and do with a plethora of women to get validations from their homeboys. So it actually puts a crown on your head. They don't care how they get the crown or what was done to get the crown. They just want the crown. I'm not saying they're going out and just doing stuff like belligerent stuff, but it is manipulation being involved in these type of games. And it's at this point, it's just getting hard to say something. And a lot of men, this like the
What do you mean it's
SA
getting hard to
boss,
say something? What do you mean by that?
because with other men, they see you. You heard how many of them when we said that could be SA because you're lying and you're stopping a woman from making her decision. They don't want to feel like, hey, this is me. I did this too. Or their homeboy or somebody knows that they've done this too, so they're taking up for them. It's like I don't understand why they're arguing like this, but hey, especially if we're
I
talking
mean, you
about a
hear
certain
that.
type
If
of
you're
dynamic of
saying, hold
men.
up, if you're saying that we can't even get that point across because they're trying to come in and they paint a narrative to the point where like you can't even say anything, right?
Yep.
Then you
And they're
can't
trying
then
to
say, well, we
embarrass
don't know why
her.
they doing it. You do know why they doing it. You know exactly why they're doing it.
I don't know why they even arguing it. It's not, you can't argue. It's not a statement that you can really argue. It's not when it's right in your face. So I agree.
I
I
mean,
don't
that's why I make them come
understand
to my space. I would never go to these niggas' space and talk to them about
at all.
anything, but they
No,
come in
they
my
most
space.
definitely coming over. They're most definitely coming over here and doing it.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
I
literally
can argue all
unsafe
I
for you to
want.
do
I can
that
just
too.
meet that
It is.
motherfucker.
It's against the law. I
So
know
hold up,
women
y'all.
You know,
do it
they be
Silk,
too.
let
doxing women and they'll find out where
hold
you
up,
work
hold
and
up, hold up, Silka. Let Drika go.
Hey Tara, yeah, I'm not sure.
Hey,
And hey everybody, I'm not sure exactly what y'all talking about because I came in late. But
it was a continuation of our live from yesterday, and
mhm.
basically we was talking about like why men calling it bashing when women like we're just sharing ideas and men come and insert themselves and like y'all bashing men.
Yeah, because I think that when men hear us share this information, what makes them nervous is that they may lose opportunities, right? Because if women are talking and able to compare notes, and we start doing what the men have been doing, like what Vio said earlier this morning, where we starting to review film before the big game, which is for some the dating environment, and for others it's just interacting and navigating men that they come in contact with. The men are nervous about that because they've been able to base their hunt, because that's how they dehumanize us, on us believing that somebody may be good, that they that we might find this Prince Charming, that we may run into this good hearted person. And if women are talking about the things that we experience, the men get nervous because they like, oh shit, we gonna lose access to women, or we're gonna lose access to a big majority of women if they're going to be talking and comparing notes. So I think that they're scared. I think they never wanted us to talk. They never wanted us to have conversations, because the result of it is a lot of women gonna opt out, or a lot of women won't fall for their bullshit.
So let me pose a question to the women with that in mind, right? So if you saw a conversation between men and they like bashing their baby mamas and saying like child support shouldn't be a thing, right? High energy, because we know niggas get excited around each other. What was your response to that conversation being?
To men talking about their baby mamas together,
Mm-hmm.
my response would be, for me, I would be like, oh, them women right. I would think that the women are right. That whatever the situation is, them niggas don't want to take care of their children. They don't think that they should be financially responsible. They don't think they supposed to show up. They think that it's the women's responsibility. And hearing them like without the veil over, meaning like I don't think I would be special. I don't think that I would be treated any differently. What had me thinking, oh, you take a chance when you have relations with these men because they may flip it on you, flip the responsibility on you. So to me, it'd be like, oh yeah, them women right as it relates to this. That's what I would.
And I think a lot of people may not realize that Drika would be putting shit in her notepad. But would you make an effort to go up there and try to convince them of that?
No, I would be taking I'd be taking notes. And so that I can help, so I can recognize patterns when I'm one-on-one with the man, because hearing them in that arena and understanding the psyche of a man will help me navigate certain patterns based on the way that their cadence, the way they speak about things. You like men will end up who think like that, you will end up hearing them saying little things if you pay attention, even on one-on-one. It's just the way they might what they might say about a movie that's being watched, or something that might come up on the timeline. Their response to it will give you a little hint. So I wouldn't try to talk them out of it. I would take them at that conversation and I would navigate around it.
Okay. Any can I get one more person to respond?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
She said something about child support. A lot of
No, no,
women
no,
don't
no.
know.
Hold on. I'm asking hold on. Don't get lost in the example.
Okay.
I'm asking if another woman would like to respond, what would your response be if you saw these men up there talking about their baby mamas and child support?
Yeah, that's what I was.
I think I would just ignore it, because I don't know if the other
The
person
judge wouldn't
is
allow you
connected.
to be on child.
Hold on, hold on,
The
hold on,
judge
hold on,
wouldn't.
hold on. Cash. You getting lost in examples is what I'm saying. Go ahead, Silka.
Yeah, I usually just ignore it because I know that there's nothing that I could say that could convince men who think like that otherwise. So I just take note and just say, these are the type of men I need to avoid, stay away from, not have them in my social circle. I try to engage them as little as possible because I think they're dangerous.
All right, Silk. I saw you. Sucker Free. I saw you on mute. You want to say something?
No, pretty much what Silka said. I was gonna say the same thing. She took the words out of my mouth. Like I wouldn't even engage in conversation, try to turn them, explain anything to them at all because they're already a lost cause. If you're talking like that and acting like that, most men who want their children or want to be in their children's lives or whatever they want to do for their children, they fight for it, and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna get it if they try. Most men do not try, so I
Yeah.
wouldn't even.
Yeah, I didn't want y'all to get too lost in the example. It's the fact that like women are not going to jump into the conversation. Let's be for real. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference, right? The men keep saying there's a both sides thing. They love to come to women's spaces and advocate for other men, right? Especially when they come with a friend. But like you don't see women going into the fucking chicken house or whatever the fuck you would call it for them, and they all high energy and pumped up because like for what? There's no point. But go ahead.
Y'all,
Let Sean go, and I'm gonna open the panel right after.
Hi. Why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experiences? I don't really see that. I see the ninjas ain't ish and all that stuff. That's what we typically call bashing. Because that's what bashing is. But
What do you
if
think
it's
women?
like just
What do
talking
you
about
think
their
the women mean when they
experiences,
say that?
I don't know because I haven't asked them, because I haven't, I haven't experienced a woman saying that I ain't ish. And as it pertains to my friends and stuff, I know they ain't ish. So I know that that's why the women who say it about them say it about them. But like on TikTok and like out on the streets, I don't necessarily know. I don't know their experiences because I don't know who they're dealing with. But when a woman talks about her experience, there should be no reason why a man is calling it bashing. Are you the man that did it? Are you a man who does this to women or to your woman? If not, then if it don't apply, let it fly. It don't make no sense. Um, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. Like I said, they're stupid. Those dudes who do call women talking about their experiencing, women talking about their experiences are bashing. That's crazy to me. It's just
So you think
ridiculous.
it's valid that women are having those discussions?
You said it's what?
You think it's valid that women are having those discussions?
Absolutely. I grew up with a mother who, and I'm not going.
Hold on. We ain't gotta go to the storyline. We
Yeah.
all got
So
mother,
so
but
yeah, it is valid.
I do think it's interesting though, because if you want to say for yourself, I mean, you wouldn't know, right? Y'all truly wouldn't know, but that's fine. But then you like also say your friends, like, how do you know your friends have never been bashed by a woman? Like, you wouldn't know that. You understand?
Well,
If women are having these
I personally
conversations,
would,
listen to what I'm
and that's
saying.
what I said.
If
They
women are having
have
these
been.
conversations with each other, you wouldn't know if they're bashing you or your friends.
That's true. And I will say, for some people, you need to be bashed, dude. If you sitting around uprooting this woman out here like she was perfectly fine before you, and you come up in this woman life talking about, oh, I want to do this for you and do that for you, and then she give you a chance, and then you ain't doing nothing. Well, she need to bash you. Your mama need to bash you. Your daddy need to bash you. All that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So. But hey, I mean, it is what it is. Some people call me a simp. I don't really care. But the truth is the truth.
I wouldn't call you a simp because you was advocating for your friends. I think you full of shit, to be honest. Anybody want to respond before we go to the new guy?
And
Well, of
I
course you
I would
would.
like to
Well,
say
of
that
course you would. You're a female.
Hold up.
oh my goodness.
Go ahead, Cash.
I think when y'all were talking, I think y'all are saying, the women are saying, oh, we don't need to be engaging in conversations. I do think that we need to be engaging in more conversations with women, because a lot of stuff that men do, they do it because they want to stop the woman from speaking up for themselves. Like, a lot of people didn't know if the man was actually taking care of his child, he wouldn't be on child support. That's why we have a lot of women arguing with each other, especially about child support. You wouldn't be on child support if you were taking care of your child. The judge wouldn't allow it, regardless of whether you're
stop
paying
there.
for child support. It is true. It is. It's very 100% true. If you take your
You get
receipts to
on
a
child
judge,
support whether you're in
if
your
you
child's life or not. They'll put you
Hold
on
up. Let
child
her
support.
finish. She could, so could he could respond.
No, that's
Are you
not
done?
true. If you're taking care of your child and you're doing the same amount of stuff that the mother is doing for the child, even more, you will not be put on child support. The judge will see that. They do favor, it's not just, oh, we're taking up for women that come in there and lie. Because if y'all say that, it does make it seem like a woman can come in there and lie. No, she cannot. That's not how it goes. If you're actually playing your part as a man and 100% in that child's life, then you will not get put on child support. So yes, that is true. It's not a bash woman. We need to be having these
That's fine.
conversations
Let's
more.
Coco respond though.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really care to respond to that. I just wanted to say that going back to the topic of the bashing, like it kind of reminds me of like drapetomania, which was like a disease that was made up. I'm sure that y'all have heard of it, where like colonialists would enslave people, and then if they tried to run away, they would accuse them of having a mental illness. And so I think like when you look at like abuser hierarchies, silencing the victim is like key to how they sustain themselves. And so one of the ways they do it by making you look crazy or emotionally unstable. And so the bashing, the accusation is just a means to like invalidate and delegitimize what we're experiencing at the hands of men in our community. And it's very similar to drapetomania.
So I want to share my thoughts on this, y'all, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, okay? I absolutely love bashing men, right? I'm definitely gonna take another woman's experience and use that opportunity to bash men, right? I'm gonna take some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go scour the internet to find a story. I'm not gonna check the source or nothing, and I'm gonna bring it to my platform and I'm going to bash men. I fucking love bashing men. I'm 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 going to bash men tomorrow and the next day and the next day. It's like my favorite thing to do. Like I be my day coming to the end. I'm like, damn, I can't wait to get online to bash these niggas. I can't fucking wait. I just want to be honest. I'm gonna lie to y'all. I like bashing men. I love it. The best thing that happened in my life. And I like doing it on the internet because they can't do shit about it. They be mad too. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. If you come up here and talk about your experience, I might reference your experience. I ain't gonna say your name and use your experience to bash a man. Just so y'all know. Feel free to hold me
Hey,
accountable.
I'm glad you admitted that because that's where I was going next. I was gonna say that, men call it bashing because we don't know if you have had those experiences, right? We don't know if it's your experience.
It shouldn't
So
matter.
to play it on the safe side, if we call it bashing and it's not your experience, then we were right.
Yeah, I don't care.
That's okay. I was just answering the question. I'm never doing more than answering the question. It's never personal
Hmm.
for me.
Yeah, I just want to validate the men because like y'all y'all got me. You got me.
Yeah, aside from that, I do think a lot of people, like, when they hear something they've done and they thought it was in good faith or they didn't think it was anything morally reprehensible about it, when they hear someone talking about it in a
Thank you,
negative
Ken.
light, then they feel some type of way. It's just identifying themselves in that action, and even though they're not being attacked, they feel the need to defend. So I think that's predominantly what it is.
Yeah, and I say that because like we were talking about this earlier with how men like to put women on the defensive, and that's one of the strategies, right? You having the conversations like, oh y'all hate men, like you're better, y'all bad shit men, and I think instead of arguing and wasting your time trying to prove that you're not doing the thing, just say you're doing the thing and move on with the conversation.
I feel like therapists should prescribe man bashing as a way to like ease women's anxiety. Like, because you're going to give yourself an autoimmune disease if you don't start bashing men immediately. You're going to get sick. Like, you literally cannot hold in all of the cultural and like social shit that we deal with on a regular basis. Like, it will kill you if you don't find a way to speak out about it at some point.
That's so true because the way it works is just like and I like to reference racism because apparently people know about racism but not sexism. Like you have to deal with microaggressions on your day-to-day based on who you work around, who you're around. And like you get home, you find like oh finally I can get out of this bullshit. You might need a vent or whatever. Women operate in a lot of ways. We are coping with the threat of violence that men hold us under. We walk on eggshells. We can't speak out the things that we need to, which is one of the reasons why women go to their friends and talk the shit that they talk. So I agree. Like bashing is very healthy because you talking about some shit you noticing and you getting it off. And I love that the men who come to my space, I appreciate y'all because one thing that y'all do is y'all help me understand that I'm right. I appreciate that. Like it the men like love to prove you right. I don't know what kind of symbiotic relationship we got when it comes to that, but I mean it's the truth.
It's got to be the best birth control. I mean, I'm older. I'm an older millennial, but I really wish that when I was younger in my 20s and I was still under like a lot of like patriarchal programming, that I could go onto social media and see a space where women are talking
Hey double
candidly. It
M.
would have changed the trajectory of my entire life. I mean, I live a happy life, but I had to learn like difficult lessons about patriarchy and misogyny because I had no guidance, like a lot of Black women. And I made, mistakes in my earlier 20s.
Hold on real quick. Who is this? Lil Curry talking about you what are your sons what the fuck your sons gotta do with what we talking about? That's crazy. That's interesting. I would never hear like these deplorable conversations of people talking about calling out problematic behavior and be like, well, I got kids. I would never do that. That's weird.
I wanted to add on about how y'all say like men take up for other men just blindly. Me and a friend was having a conversation. My friend's friend, I don't know this lady, but my friend's friend was telling my friend about how she was dating a guy, and he was kind of like pressuring her to have sex or whatever, and she kind of like just gave it to him just to get him to stop asking, and she felt uncomfortable. And I was telling my friend how that is a form of grape, and I was like, that's not okay. Like, you need to tell her, like, that wasn't cool. Like, cause, and me and my friend are just talking. And then her brother, like, chimes in hearing us talking. He's like, that's a harsh accusation to put on somebody. And I've been sitting here listening to y'all. And that's not great if she, consented to it. But she consented to it off of different factors. Like, it's not because she wanted to do it. It was more so like,
Yes,
I was
it's
like, no.
coercion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And I said,
coercion.
no, that's not cool.
Um,
And a lot of women
and
go through that.
I was reading an article one time. It was talking about how, like, when it comes to coercion like that, sometimes women will give in, whether it's subconscious or not, so they don't. It doesn't escalate to great,
And
right?
a lot of women don't consider it great because they felt like they consented to it, but that's still that.
Yeah, you don't consider poison, but yeah, that's part of the conversation, because that's part of, like, what we discover out of the conversation, right? You realize that, like, oh, this is not a unique experience. This person can relate to this, and that person can relate to this, and oh, look, I found an article and they got numbers on this shit, and it happen all the time, and you get to move different because now you understand. What's up, Unlimited? How you doing today?
I'm chilling. How you doing? I ain't been on the panel with you in a minute.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's probably been like a month or so. Well, it's good to hear your voice too.
Now you being weird. That's crazy.
No,
I
I'm
don't
just
remember
being.
you,
I'm
but
being
I knew she
let's
nice.
was
go
gonna
ahead and
say
respond
that.
to the
I'm
prompt.
being
Hold
nice. No,
up.
I'm being peaceful
Hold up, hold
right
up, hold
now.
up. Respond to the prompt, Unlimited. Open your
Like,
mouth all the way.
all right. For the prompt, my bad. For the prompt, it says, "Why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experiences?" See, I'm gonna answer the prompt. So, like, personally, for me, it's not really bashing, but it's more about like expressing your emotions and concepts of what's going on with us to any and everybody because of how you feel. And everybody doesn't need to intake that because their comprehension of the situation is only going to be one-sided unless you're completely honest about what you've done and what I've done. You know what I'm saying? So if, like, that's the only time it's really a problem. If you're not, is half a story is still half the truth is still a lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's interesting because that came up earlier. So that's because y'all. I feel like when y'all say that, y'all think like it's a court case. Maybe y'all used to court where, like, your public defender go and try to defend you. But if somebody is just having a conversation, right? Like, it's not two sides of the story. That's not how that
Right.
works, and you know
Right.
that.
no, but even with that, what you allowed as a person, like, because when we have talks, people give advice. You know what I'm saying? And the advice that you're going to get is going to be half-assed because you're half-assed explaining the concept. You know what I'm saying? So
Now, give us an example.
you want me to give you an example?
Mm-hmm.
All right, for example, like if I'm talking to my homies on the phone or some shit, I'll be like me and Shorty ass into it right now. I did this and I did that and she did this and she did that. When she get on the phone and she talk to her girlfriends about it, she's just gonna be like, "Oh, this nigga did this nigga did that," and they gonna be like, "Oh, girl, you need to leave him alone or something," without, like, because if you tell them actually everything that happened, the motherfucker sit there and be like, "Shorty, your ass is fucking tripping." My homies tell me when
Hold
I'm
on, real
tripping
quick. The
sometimes.
shorty is crazy, but hold
Yeah,
up.
or whatever the case they.
Hold up. You think that if the woman, if her friends heard your side, then they would be more neutral?
No, not necessarily. No, you don't have to hear my side. But when you're speaking to a person about what's going on, tell them fully, not just how you feel about what I'm doing. Tell them what you also did that affected the concept to where we're at a dispute
So hold
right
up,
now.
real quick. If you believe that, right? When you on the phone with your homeboys, why don't you call her on three way?
She'll be sitting right there with me if I'm talking.
No. Because she can't hear what they saying. Why don't you call
Oh,
on three way so she
I'll
can
put it
chime
on.
in?
I've put it on speaker. You know what I'm saying? But if she wants to chime in, I don't chime in on your conversation. But the thing I'll talk to you after you had that conversation with them to let you know like that's bogus as fuck that you just try to
Can you?
present me like
But I
that.
can't I see you, but it's interesting because if y'all hear what the men are saying, they scared of your friends, which is
No,
why
I'm not.
when
I'm
you
not.
get in
No,
a
I'm saying I'm
relationship,
not
hold
scared of
up,
your
sorry,
friends.
hold up, it's fine. They scared of your friends, which is why when you get in a relationship with a man, the first thing they want to do is distance you from your friends because like they be scared about what y'all talking about over there and the fact that like you like it's weird that he wanted to be seen as a positive light and they saying that when they talk to their friends they're real neutral. That's a lie because like even when you talk to the men in person, it's like they act like they don't know what the fuck going on. But go ahead,
All right.
Cash.
Yeah. Hold on, because I don't have.
And
Can I finish what I was telling you though? I'm not trying to cut nobody or
Oh, that's
take.
a good idea. She there right now?
No, I didn't. I
yeah,
didn't
I'm
know.
here. He can finish because he not. It's not about to stop what I'm about to say. So
No,
go
no,
ahead,
No, no,
I
no,
don't
continue.
get
not
on
you,
bullshit. I've
Cash.
been calm the whole time. I even was polite when I first came up here. I'm not on no aggressive shit. I don't need
I'm
that.
not either. I'm
You
not
know what I
either.
mean? Like this is just a
You sound
topic, and
aggressive, bro.
it's not me. I sound aggressive.
You kind of do,
Yeah.
but continue.
Okay, I'll soften my voice more. I get that a lot. That I sound aggressive. I swear to God, I do. And I'm me
And why
aggressive
you
is
not
something.
doing better? If
No,
people
but
telling you sound aggressive, why you not doing
it's not. It's
better?
my tone as far as
Thank
it's
you,
not the words
and
I'm saying. It's how deep or intense I speak. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to do that. So the thing is like
thank you, peace.
what I'm saying to you is I don't care about you having friends or talking to them about your problems. When you talk to somebody about something, are you talking to them to complain or to have a solution? So if you're talking to complain, you're going to make it a biased situation to where you point the finger at somebody. If you're talking to actually get some type of consulting to solve a problem, you're going to address it that way. And that's
Nah, I
when,
still hear the aggression. Let Cash go.
but that's when it's bashing though.
9 times. I mean, well, when they're saying why do men call it bashing? If a woman is talking about a man and her experience with the man, she's usually being violated by that man. Why is there a conversation about what me and you did when you did the violating?
It takes two to have a conversation. It takes two for anything.
I'm asking, we having a conversation right now. I'm asking you a question. Why after that's why again I tell women just to get up and leave after a man do something to
Thank
them
you,
because
Tuka.
y'all are going to sit there and try to bring her into what you did and use that as an excuse to what you did. And we both need to sit down. We were both wrong. No, you know what you did. I'm not about to stoop down to your level. I understand what you're trying to say. And then I highly doubt that a woman was talking to her homegirl and she didn't tell her part unless I'm pretty sure her homegirl was probably with her and she was on the phone with her while she was doing it. And so
I'm not
you
gonna
for you
lie.
to say that, listen, for you to sit there and say that, oh, your friend need to hear my side of the story too. Your part of the story is irrelevant. After you open up that violating thing that you did, eh, me as a friend, I don't want to hear anything else unless those people are really not her friends and they plan on sleeping with you too.
My thing is, I never said I want to get on the phone and talk to them, and y'all keep mistaking what I'm saying, and y'all
No,
even
I
try.
didn't. That's not just what I
Not even
said though.
just
I
you.
said
Not even just you, dude. Try to tell me I'm aggressive, and I've been talking like this the whole time. So if he actually feels I'm aggressive, he can take this as a shot.
Hold
I'm
on,
not.
who's he?
I don't
Hold
know.
on, what
I
dude?
heard a male say that I was being aggressive when I'm
you
talking like
did kind of.
this.
He wasn't. I don't think he was talking about necessarily how you were saying it. He was talking about
No,
what
no,
you
he's
were
saying that he don't believe
saying.
us, but he believe him.
No,
I
I'm
think
not
that's
saying I don't.
interesting.
No, that's not what I'm saying. How did you just get that out of anything?
That's what you said.
No, I literally was getting ready to like come at the concept that dude just tried to tell me I was aggressive when I'm talking calm like this. I don't care about him believing it. He just
It's
said
not
some
what you
Hold
weird
up,
how
but
you
hold
said.
up.
It's
Why
what you
you hold
said.
up? Why you pointing out him saying it? And we all said it
because out
though.
of anybody, like I can get the concept that how I'm talking on the panel with y'all and how certain things can formulate. Y'all have a certain bias as far as even men's standpoint. Just to y'all, we not shit. But this
So
is
hold
a
on. Why would you hold on? Why would you disagree with me if you do value his opinion more than you value
I never
ours?
said you're the
You
only one
saying it
telling.
now? You saying we
No,
biased?
that don't mean I value his opinion. I'm trying to give you the concept. I'm literally creating everything I'm trying to say for you.
Thank you,
But
Silker.
I don't get to explain it because I get cut off to where it's like,
No, go ahead. My
you know what I'm
bad.
saying? It seems like I'm attacking you to where you got to defend
No,
yourself.
you was being aggressive, so I was being aggressive. I
No,
need to
I
chill out.
wasn't
Go
though. But
ahead.
what I was saying is
No,
I
Rich.
understand the concept of the nature of women. I have a daughter. I have twin sisters. I got a mom. I talk to them. I got 5 nieces and 1 nephew. I
You
deal
got a
with
mom?
I deal with, we all do, but I'm just saying I deal with women in my daily life to where I know how to talk to y'all. So but I also understand y'all. But him being a man, he lives in a man's world. So me talking this calm, he should have never even took what I'm saying is even
He
uttering out his mouth saying, hold on, that I'm being aggressive or anything when I'm literally talking as calm as I can. This is literally me and talking very calm. If a person
It's
Do
not
feel
you
what
want
you
aggressive,
him to
said. It's
respond
not
to you or so?
how you said it.
Hold up, Cash. Hold up, Cash. Is it that you want him to respond
no,
to
I
you or
didn't want
something?
him to respond. I was just giving an example, but to combat the fact that also you said when you was trying to tell me I'm being I was coming at y'all, but I listened to a man. I'm not listening to him either. He just tried to tell me I was being aggressive. But what I was saying with you with the bias situation is it's biased because as far as y'all have an intake on the bashing when I was speaking as far as the concept of I don't think it's bashing if a person was doing all the shit that I stated to you where they half-ass telling the story. I don't want to hear from your friend. I don't want to talk to your friend just as much as y'all think if I'm talking to her, I'm trying to
But
fuck
see,
her.
that's the thing.
Hold
If
on,
you don't,
wait. Did you hear
hold
what I
up, no, no,
said?
hold
I
up,
said I
no,
don't
because
want
this
to.
the confusing. Hold up, this the confusing part, right? The women bias or whatever. Why do you care that she tell a story if the women she talking to are going to be biased? Then just let the conversation be biased because you believe women are biased, yet you still want to be in relationships with
Because
biased women.
I'm not homosexual. But my
That
thing
don't
is
have
this.
nothing to do with what we
But my
talking
no,
about.
and I can't choose. I can't tell based off of. I don't know how you and your friends'
Hold
relationship
on,
is.
sir, hold on. You can opt out of being in a relationship at all. So if you feel like women are so biased and you get in the bad end of the deal, you could just divest from women. You don't gotta go to
It
men.
wasn't. It wasn't
You could
me
just divest.
thinking.
Hold
I mean, that's what
on.
he thought the other option was, Rika.
It
Yeah, because he
wasn't. It
already
wasn't that.
doing it.
I'm saying as far as for the
Hold
conversation.
on. Ass get lubricated on its own now. But what's funny about him requiring women, like this idea that her friends should know both sides, is the way that's how men are able to control and manipulate women by playing this game of isolation because they want her. Hold on because they want to be able to control the narrative and what they know about the friends who are outside of the relationship. The friend may be able to influence the girlfriend who was probably the victim of him and get her
Hey,
to leave
Chris.
him. And that's what the men don't want. They don't want you talking to other people because they have you in this box and they already have your brain clouded. But if you talk to outside people who can give you like honest feedback and say, hold on, this is what it is, y'all might not be bad for each other. Even if they're giving you fair feedback on your response to him, it still all leads to the roads of you leaving him alone, regardless. And the men don't want that.
Can I
So that's why
rebuttal or
he's doing
something?
it.
Can I rebuttal? I'm
Right.
not being aggressive.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
you
Creed.
you can
All right,
rebuttal.
because I like I said, we can have conversations. I'm not doing arguments. I've actually lived through this to where it's like as much as y'all think I'm being for real. So as much as you think that because I say they should know both sides, I literally told you.
Stockholm.
I literally said I don't care about them talking to me, but you being honest about what's like going on as far as the situation. Don't just be like, oh, I feel like this, he's doing this. You have to literally be like when you're having conversations, like you said, if you want honest feedback from your friend, tell them the truth. Tell them what I'm doing, what you're doing, so they can perceive everything that's going on within that situation. Not just
You're not
off
Hold
of
up,
how,
hold up,
not,
hold
not,
up,
hold
hold
on,
up,
wait,
you're
not
not
just how
making
you
hold
feel.
up,
sense.
hold up, unlimited. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that if a woman is like, I like bad boys, and she go after one of the bad guys, right? And then in a relationship, he end up doing bad shit. Do you think that's like her, like she should be like, damn, I fucked up. Maybe I shouldn't deal with the bad guys if I don't like bad shit. Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna go back to what I was saying earlier. You said you wanted validation from gaslight, and not us, because you said
No,
we
I
would
said
be
I didn't
biased.
care
Hold
about
up,
dude.
hold up,
That's false
hold
though.
up. You said we would be biased because women are biased. And
I didn't say women
even
are
you
biased.
hold
I
up,
said
hold
I
up, no, no,
understand
no.
your bias in the
Hold up. You say you
conversation.
don't want a man, you want a woman, even though she's biased, and her friends are being biased. And now you mad because they're being biased, even though you went into a relationship with that expectation that would be biased. There's no accountability on your part for that.
You literally, I'm not gonna lie, what I said got completely twisted for the benefit of a conversation. Cause
I can help you,
I,
bro. I can help you. I understand you now. Can I explain it to him? Can I say
yeah,
something?
yeah.
Okay, what he basically saying was he doesn't want the woman to just again
Hold on,
basically tell.
whoa. Cash. Why are
No,
you
no, you don't know what. No,
explaining?
look. You don't know where I'm headed with this.
Okay,
Let me
all right.
cook. Let me
I
cook.
was worried
He
for a second.
said,
Go
"No,
ahead.
let me cook. Let
I
me
forgot
cook."
you
I
was
had to.
biased, Cash. My
No, no,
bad.
no,
Go
no, no,
ahead.
no, no, no. I had to get him to be quiet for a second. I'm gonna repeat what he said, but I'm gonna explain. You said you don't want a woman lying and telling her pieces. You want her to tell her pieces inside of the story. Which is when you say that, do you
Thank you,
mean like
Queen.
it was stuff that led up to your actions? That's
Not just
why you did it.
not just my no, it's not about what I even like y'all, y'all talk about like conversations to where y'all have arguments, not necessarily something physical occurring, but they'll have some type of like dispute
Damn.
with you and they'll go talk to their friends and they'll be like, girl, he pissing me off, he doing this, he doing that. Like and I said this earlier, when I have conversations with my homies and I say, man, shorty pissing me off, I tell them what I've done, what she
But
does,
what
and then
part
she
of that
can
validates it leading to SA though? That's what we want you're not hearing what you're saying.
you
There's
said
no excuse
SA?
to
You said
listen.
SA?
Exactly. That's what we're talking about. Yes, the bashing. That's usually what we're bashing men about, and y'all coming back
Oh,
up.
what the
That's what we're
fuck? I'm
talking
not.
about.
Oh, I'm not with
Yeah,
that
you're
SA
not
shit.
listening.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you're not
not. Hold
listening.
up.
Oh, my
It's
bad.
not always. Hold up, real quick. It's not always essay. We bash because
Then
they
what is
broke.
it?
No, it's a lot. Like
I just
Y'all
thought
it's just a
just
bashing
lot
lied
of
was
about
like
being
things.
talking.
I
broke. They
don't.
lied about being
Hold up. I
broke.
just hold up.
I thought
Cash.
bashing was just like talking shit about
Hold up.
somebody.
Unlimited. Y'all see. I let you take over and y'all somewhere else. Y'all done went somewhere else.
No, that it piggybacks off what you're saying. 9 times out of 10, if a man is lying about being broke and a woman doesn't want to be with him if he's broke, boom, you've already had. You know what I'm saying? You've already did what you did, and then now he don't have. Now you stuck with him, and he because you done already did what you did. And it's the only man you talking to. He done messed up all your relationships. And then that leads to Stockholm syndrome. Y'all men love to say, why don't women leave? Stockholm syndrome.
But
A
none
lot of
of that
people
is
don't know nothing
essay.
about that.
But that's not
It's a
essay.
part of it. What are you not listening, baby? Don't play with
You
me on this
clearly are
mic.
not keeping. You're
No, you're
clearly
clearly
not
not
keeping
hearing what
track.
I'm saying. If you're lying to a woman about having money and then it keeps leading on and you've been telling her this whole time that you've had money, you kept that lie from her. That was a
Yeah,
lie.
that's not essay. Lying is not assault.
If it messes up the fact that she wants to be with you, it is.
This is
So
dangerous
come
for
on
women.
now. No,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
stop
dangerous. It's
I'm
not
gonna stop
dangerous.
engaging you. You got it.
No,
Whatever.
I
It's
think that
not
Yeah.
is
So
dangerous.
dangerous.
It
Can I
here's the
say
is.
thing,
something about
unlimited.
the both
Here's the
sides
thing,
thing? Really
unlimited.
dangerous. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real.
Hold on. Let him finish, y'all.
So here's the thing, unlimited. When you talk about both sides, majority of the time, and don't ask me for statistics. I'm just gonna say majority
No,
of the
you good,
time
bro.
because
Listen, I don't need all that
listen,
bullshit.
that's wonderful. So the thing is, when people are discussing how they feel, they're not looking for a solution to a problem. They're expressing themselves somewhere they feel safe to do so. Most of the time, people just want to be heard. They know the answer to the problem that they have. They know that.
Hey, I agree. Hey, and I agree with
Oh
you, bro.
gosh.
But keep cooking though.
So
I agree with you.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
I agree with you.
Hold up. One, if you want to respond to people in the comments, respond in the comments, okay? Y'all gotta let people finish though.
I didn't
yeah.
even finish. He interrupted me.
Go ahead. You got it.
No, cash. Listen. And yeah, they're talking about you was talking about coercion. And that's valid, but the conversation is more than just about the coercion. Also, that was all my point.
Oh my goodness.
Like, listen, I think we should bash niggas because they ugly. I think we should bash niggas for having funny looking feet. I think we should bash niggas because they dick little. I think we should bash niggas hairlines. Like, It is way
You
more than
funny
I
as
don't want you.
hell.
Which hold on real quick. When it comes to your bashing, I don't want you to limit the coercion. Like I want you to go out there and live your best life and know that like it's a whole wide range of things you can include in the
I know
conversation. You
that,
feel me?
but a lot of this is leading to it. And then what he just said was a lie. That is, if you lie about anything with and it hinders you from making that decision that you want to make, that is coercion. It is. If you sit up there and catfish someone, boom, you meet him in a dark room. Yeah, I mind you, I shouldn't have met him in a dark room, but you lied this whole time. I didn't want to lay with you. That's not, you just lied. It is. Are you a part
Okay,
of it?
I guess you got it.
And
Women
can I
are out
say
here.
that,
Baby, don't.
like,
And then
Listen,
you talk
listen,
over me.
listen.
No, no,
You
you
got
listen.
it.
You talked over me. You interrupted me. Please do not do that. As a man, you don't. And this is that. It is dangerous. Take accountability. A lot of this stuff that they are speaking on is leading to that. So we can't just say that. And it is dangerous. I'm glad you pointed that out. What y'all doing on a daily basis is dangerous. So if a woman is honest to you and tell you, hey, you got a messed up hairline, I don't want you, that's her. Walk away.
Oh
Period.
yeah,
She don't
that
want you because
is.
your hairline messed up.
You're
Imagine
absolutely.
this,
You're.
right?
yeah,
Hold
I
on.
Hold
wanted
Let
to
me
on.
say
cook
So,
some.
something
Let me
about
so,
the
cook real
both
quick,
sides
bro.
thing.
Hey,
Can
big
I
bro. Let me
interject
so,
cook
for a
real quick.
second?
no, because I was already addressing that. And you're fine to do it after I'm done. I
Yeah.
just let
Yeah.
her
Let me.
tap
But
off.
I don't want to
I
seem
do
like we
appreciate it.
ganging up on her
But I
either,
feel like
though.
not dating somebody because their
Unlimited.
hairline is
That's
very
Hold
irrelevant
up,
shallow.
on
Dre.
the
You ain't
inside.
been introduced
Yeah.
Yeah,
yet.
you
So
got
the
what I
thing
was saying
is,
when
It's
I said that,
not.
though.
If she
so
don't want you, she don't want
gosh,
you.
Hold
why
up.
Period.
is
Y'all
we
got it. Hold
talking?
up. Chill out. It's too many people talking at one time. Unlimited, you can go right after he done.
So the point of it all is like this idea that you need to hear both sides. It's realistically from a pragmatic standpoint, it's not necessary simply because they're talking for just to get something off their chest, something that's troubling them. They're not looking for a solution. Problems, like if you're looking to solve a problem, having all the information is valid, but oftentimes people are just talking because it's something that they're dealing with. They already know how to fix it. They just want to get it off their chest or something. So the idea that you need to hear both sides from a pragmatic standpoint is completely irrelevant.
True.
Okay, look, I agree with you on one thing.
What
It
up,
is.
Dre?
It is
Hey,
irrelevant, and
Okay.
Can I go after Unlimited?
venting is
No, Dre next. Hold up
venting
real
is
quick.
okay, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can all vent to people, but as you're venting, when we vent, the one thing we all said was we just want to talk. You don't want to be heard. So if you're so that what the advice you might get with your venting is going to be biased if you take those that suggestion if you're literally just talking about how you feel and not everything that's occurring within that situation. I don't look for just problems. I look for solutions, bro. So even when we come on this panel and we're talking about bashing, my thing wasn't SA. My thing was literally as far as like speaking as far as being in relationships and talking down on each other and then going to your friends and speaking on it and then getting insight from them on just how you feel what you're venting instead of telling them the whole outcome.
What's wrong with
My
that?
thing isn't I don't even need them to know my side, but you know what I mean? If you're gonna speak about what's going on between us and get some advice, at least tell everything so you can get the proper advice.
Yeah, you basically saying the same thing. That insight based on how you. Yeah, what are you talking about? That she has every right to do that, and
She
you
has
can't do
every
anything
right
to
to do
control.
it.
Hold up, hold up. You can't do anything to control that. Sorry, but hold up. Dre, I'm gonna let Silka go because Silka, I'm assuming you wanted to respond
Okay.
to what was being said.
Yeah, just to like the both sides thing, like it doesn't work because misogyny is a hierarchy. Like we live in a social hierarchy. So like I don't really like when men come up here and they try to both sides an argument as if we're not socialized to see men as being more believable. You know, a lot of like our systems that are supposed to be like used to hold men accountable are also like overran by like masculinity and like its thought process. So it's very difficult for women to get like equity. So a both sides argument is when two people are coming into like a conversation and they both have the equal amount of equity. But we live in a social hierarchy and they understand it because it's the same thing that YT people do when we talk about institutional racism. They do it's like the same thing. Like they deny that like a racist hierarchy even ever existed and that there's a debt to be paid. Like it's the same thing. Like you cannot both sides an argument. It doesn't make sense to deny like the inherent power dynamics.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I also want to say this. If you with a man and he worried about what you talking about with your friends, that's a weird ass nigga. But go ahead, Dre.
I was gonna say when I said that that's not true is
it's the first start. When you are talking about a problem, you do want to just vent and talk about the problem. But at the end of it, it's like, what's the point of talking about the problem if there is no solution? So if someone does have a solution for you, or some advice, or something like better, like some type of sunshine or something to add to the conversation, then why not add it? But then again, like they said in the comments, what they were discussing, they didn't really need any advice or any like bright side at the end of it. They just wanted to let off what the negativity
Yeah.
was.
I mean, at the same time, um, I'm gonna tell my friend she need to leave your ass. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's some bullshit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna believe exactly what my friend doing saying, and I'm gonna tell her she need to leave your bitch ass. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, if a
but the
woman doing
fact
that,
that
she probably don't want you.
no, but no. Unfortunately, no. I know. Listen, I'm known for telling somebody to leave a man, and they still together. But I'm gonna talk my shit anyway. If you bring it to me, I'm gonna talk my shit. But the thing is, it's like that's kind of how women process, right? Men don't talk about things the way women do, right? Men like, let's go out to do said activity, and then we like have conversation over it. Women literally just talk and we dissect things, right? And they don't like that because again, it's somebody else in the narrative. It goes along with the, whatever happens in the house, you ain't supposed to tell nobody, and then we got all these generational problems. It's the fact that he don't have unlimited access to you, and other people can come in and say stuff. He don't want you to talk about the relationship. That's why he's saying that, because to him that's a threat. Because I'm gonna gaslight you, and you telling other motherfuckers what I'm doing, they might point it out to you, and that's gonna make it harder for me. That's what's going on. But go ahead, Joshua.
What's good, everybody?
Can I go at the him host? No.
I'm not entirely sure how deep we are into this. I just joined,
Just
but
start from the
nah,
topic and
for sure,
respond
for
to
sure.
something.
Why do men? I personally believe that men call
Thank
it
you,
bashing
Rainy.
because it's the word choices. Um,
Like what?
like for example, like I do believe that there are a lot of women who take their experiences and put them on the frontier of their minds and tend to look at everybody else from their future as if they had something to do with their past experience.
Isn't that what we all do though? Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
if
What does it
listen what I'm
mean
saying. Like,
talking?
there are people who are afraid of dogs, right? It could be a little ass friendly ass dog or old ass dog can barely move. But like, if they had a bad experience with a dog in the past, like they're going to be real nervous around dogs in the future. And y'all saying that your natural response, right, to something that happened to you in the past, you're not supposed to have that natural response. You supposed to start like, none of that shit happened because I'm a new person. But that's not how that
Nah,
works.
I'm not. You gotta let me finish, sweetheart. I'm not
But that
saying.
excuse
I'm
don't
not.
work, because that's the same excuse they use
Hold
for
on, I ain't
racism.
sweetheart. Don't sweetheart me.
I know you
That's.
was
I'm
gonna get
sorry.
upset when he said sweetheart.
I'm
Hold
sorry.
on, hold up,
I
unlimited. I know
apologize.
you want him to call you sweetheart. He can call you sweetheart.
I apologize. I apologize if I offended you in any way. That's just how I talk. I'm a gentleman. But I'm not saying that. For example, when I was a kid, I had a bad experience with a dog. You understand what I'm saying? But I also had to learn, and I had from that experience and know what not to do. You feel what I'm saying? In the event that I do encounter another dog. So now that when I encounter
So hold on,
dogs,
when you encounter another dog in the future,
I've
what are you
already
going to do
encountered dogs in
now?
the future. One,
So I'm saying, how do you handle it now?
don't run. Don't
And
run.
why don't you run?
Because
I'm
if you run,
running.
they will chase you.
Okay, so don't run because the dog will chase you. So this woman who had experience with a man, now she's going to move differently because she don't want to potentially be chased like you could be by the dog. I don't understand what the
No,
problem
what
is.
I'm saying is what I'm saying is I don't believe that people are actually learning from the experiences. They're using their experiences for today's excuse as to why they are as to why they are the way they are
But
now.
preventative behavior is created around their experiences. That's what's happening.
Correct.
Yeah, and y'all both are very correct.
Hold on, real quick. Hold up, unlimited, y'all. I can't. They acting funny with my live goal. If y'all ain't sent a heart me yet, can y'all send a heart me to support the live? I be here every day, y'all. Y'all can, and y'all be here,
Oh,
so go
Yeah,
that's
I'm
ahead and
what's up.
sorry.
support
I
the
was
live.
supposed to be in someone.
Hold up, nigga. Damn, y'all talk too much. I ain't even interrupt y'all. If you agree with people on the panel, you can support them. And if you like the live, you can support the live goal. Go ahead, Unlimited.
All right. I just want to address something because I don't deal. I deal with feelings. We all have feelings to things we strongly care about, but so I don't like to use the word I feel
Thank you, Tabitha. Thank you,
because
Melty.
I'm logically hearing what's being said to me and calculating what's being said and how a person's in taking it. I feel like, and that's why I said I don't like saying feel, but that feel word. What I'm getting from this conversation of even the statements I made to certain people's rebuttals back to me is that people think that I'm sitting here trying to tell you not to have friends or talk to your friends about your problems. I don't care who you talk to about your problems. You can talk to me. You can talk to your friends about them. I don't care how we feel. We can have a conversation to come up with a solution. But when you venting is one thing, but if you're taking advice from somebody, that advice is not shit unless you literally sit there and tell them the whole situation of how things are
Thank
occurring.
you, Tabella.
To where
This
No, no,
you,
no.
nigga,
Hold
wait,
up.
hold
to,
You
on,
can't.
Tara.
let me
Go
finish
ahead.
though.
Go
Let
Hold
me
ahead,
finish
Tabitha.
though.
on. Tara, this nigga saying the same thing again.
No, because you came at me.
No, unfiltered. No. He still keeps saying this same thing. I done stepped away, washed my hair, and then sir, stop repeating yourself. You're a problem. Whatever
Yeah.
that lady I can tell by the way you're talking that you are despicable. You not no good person. You a horrible person. It must be insufferable being with you. The way you gaslight whoever you with, I'm sure that lady being a tizzy, dealing with you, questioning herself. Cause you got me questioning my sanity. I don't give a fuck about you. Shut the fuck up. Did Tara, did the other people speak?
She had allowed me to speak and you muted me.
We already
No.
know her side of the story. What she trying to tell you is we already know her side. She's not lying to us. We already know her side of the story. That's why we
Yeah, we
friends.
believe
No, what
her.
Can
I
I
was,
ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie? Can
we
I
was
but
with
time
her when
out.
she did it.
may I
We
get
was with
caught
her
up?
when she
Yeah.
said what you said. When she said you trying to when she said what you trying to say, she said we heard her say that. We might have told you we didn't hear her say that, but we heard her say that.
May I
Because you
Um,
know
get
why we told you that? Because it was none of our business. That's
what
between y'all two.
may I
I
get caught
agree.
Hold
up?
on, are y'all still
We still gonna
together?
tell her to leave you.
What I'm trying to
Hold
tell
on,
you is,
Unlimited.
hold on.
Are y'all still together?
I'm gonna answer all that. What I was
Hold on, are y'all still
me
together?
and this woman that I'm dealing with, no, because this bitch put me
Mm.
in the hospital and tried to fucking kill me.
What you do to her?
No, no,
Now
You
it's what
hate
now it's what I
her.
no,
did to her.
no, no,
What
no,
you do to
no.
her?
We gonna stop.
Exactly.
Hold on, y'all. We not feeding into that. He lying.
Hey, I
He
promise you
Exactly.
on my
Probably
on
lying.
no,
my
she
daughter
probably
right
had
Wait,
good
now.
y'all.
reason to
Hold
do it
on.
too.
Hold on. Hear what I'm saying. Y'all, hear what I'm saying. Cause we gonna shut him the fuck up. And I'm mad it didn't work. If you telling the truth, I'm mad it didn't work. This
Okay,
the
Kay, can you come back? I'm gonna
issue.
psych you out real quick.
This the issue. Now he want to try to. Now we've been up. Y'all been talking for a while. Like I said, I done did all kind of stuff in the background. So he's been up here talking and he been trying to manipulate the conversation by, oh, I'm not speaking aggressive. I've been around women. I know a woman. I passed a woman, so I know how to talk to women. He done did all this just a slow cooking. All of a sudden, when I call him out on his bullshit, now this nigga want to elevate his voice
Thank
and
you,
talk about, she
Rainy.
almost unalived me. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Bitch, shut up. Because if that was the case, you would have led with that. Why you done spent 45 minutes talking about a fucking phone call? Is she that bad, bitch? Get off the internet, go get some therapy, and put her in jail. But instead, you want to slow talk and act like you a good guy trying to recruit for more pussy.
All right, look,
And
while
you
you
a bad
attacking me,
person. Bitch,
come
don't
on.
nobody, sir, don't nobody give a fuck. I don't care if she put you in the hospital, bitch. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, bitch. I don't care.
All right,
So now can we move on? Don't
can I
nobody give a fuck about
Hey,
you, you
host,
weak
can I
bitch.
please speak real
can I
quick to
No,
address?
let's move on.
can I ask a question?
Move
Josh,
on. You
don't
just
ask
called me
this
a
nigga
bitch
no
and
question. We
Nah,
don't
disrespectful.
give
nah,
a fuck about him.
Drika, it's for you.
Oh, okay, I'll calm down. What's up?
I'm like I said, I just got here, so I don't know where y'all even getting at. But I just want to.
Hold up, because he was still talking. If y'all care, put a crying face emoji. If you don't give a fuck and you want to move on, put a smiley face emoji. Go ahead, my bad, Joshua.
You good. Drika, I just want to have a better understanding as to why, and I'm not defending him because I don't know that nigga, but like why the animosity? Like why the name calling? Like why, you feel me? Like why is that like the way you choose to communicate to get your point across.
And she does that with only men, bro.
Like I don't like I'm gonna keep it a 1,000 with you.
Oh, you didn't want my answer. Okay.
No, I mean
Well,
I do want
he
to.
didn't want to ask him the question, but he wanted to ask you
It's
a
called a
question on his
rhetorical
behalf.
question.
It is kind of rhetorical for like because I
Oh,
don't.
y'all
Now we
tag
got
team.
us a
Hold
circle
on.
jerk,
Let me
y'all.
get from in between y'all fucking each other. Don't add me in the midst of y'all fucking. I don't want none of y'all semen getting on me. So let me exit out of y'all conversation. Let me do this for y'all. Because I don't want to be in the middle of it.
Unlimited. 3 people said they kid. You can tag them in the comments. We gonna move on from it. But go ahead. You can respond to Joshua.
I had to put them together. Here, let me move my twin from Bound. Cause
That's crazy that I was
they called a bitch
reckless
though
though
with it.
for
They
no
gon'
reason.
spew that shit everywhere. Y'all, let's get some hazard. Let's get our hazard. What is it? The PPD. What is that you gotta wear in the
They
hospital?
call it a
Everybody.
PPE,
Well,
PPE,
let's get our
protective personal equipment.
PPE on because these niggas is about to explode. This gonna take a few seconds. They riled up. Go ahead, Unlimited. Take
Y'all got
them.
it.
All right, I can talk now.
Hold on,
Thank
y'all
you.
mute up.
Thank
Let
you
them
for
have
letting
this
me talk real quick.
conversation.
All right, look, I promise y'all when I first came in here, I told y'all I do solutions, not problems. You can try to act like I'm slick talking to try to get pussy. I don't care about no pussy, no nigga on this planet. I done been unalive 3 times and came back. I'm talking from my actual experiences. You know what I'm saying? I'm being dead ass. Y'all have your own bias because of what men have put you through. I have my bias from what I've been through, but logically is how I think about situations. When I came on this panel, the bashing concept to me was brought up because you want me to address why I didn't lead with the motherfucker. She tried to unalive me and then I'm getting called a bitch. I didn't lead with that because that's not what the topic was about at all. But you sitting here disrespecting me, letting your emotions rile you up about how a man is treating you in the past. Don't take what I'm telling you insultingly because you called me a bitch and that was very disrespectful. But yeah, I didn't address you in no aggressive manner. I logically calculated how I was going to speak to you. But yeah,
Damn,
even in
y'all
the
definitely clocked
hold
the
on, hold on, hold
aggression,
on.
but hold
Even
on,
in the
let
comments,
Joshua
I got
respond
people
to you.
disrespecting me, thinking I'm some lame ass nigga or something. Stop playing. I'm respectful as fuck.
Go ahead, Joshua.
I'm listen. I don't. I live in a mental mindset where it's like especially in the black community when it comes to this whole men and women type conversations, like I just think that a level of respect, you know what I'm saying, needs to be established for sure on both ends. And it's just like when I came into here, the prompt was why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experiences? But what I'm literally witnessing right now in my own 2 eyes and my own ears
Hey,
is
T-Bird.
that this man is getting bashed for speaking on his experience. So like
What?
I'm just kind of confused on like what
Thank you,
exactly is even
T-Bird.
going on at this point, because it's like it's not really making sense to me
Question
anymore.
is, what is the resolve? If we're talking about this so that we could be
Hold on,
better,
Insider, you in the circle jerk too?
no. If we're
Hold
Why
on,
is
talking
it
hold
got
on.
to
about
Let,
be
this
a
so
let
that we could
circle
be
Unlimited.
better,
jerk if
it's
we
Hold
not.
on,
all using
Insider.
our
Let
logic to
Unlimited
Like
talk?
what
respond real
what
quick.
I see like what the fuck,
Hold on,
what the
Let
fuck even
Unlimited
is a
respond.
circle
Go ahead,
jerk?
Unlimited.
Like
Like
Go ahead,
if
Unlimited.
we don't see differences between each other now, we all dick riding each other and we some homosexuals. That's weird, Joe. That we all as adults can't talk and
yeah,
understand
like
each other's situations. Like I'm not with that because you been hurt shit. You attacking me for some lame ass nigga that I don't fucking know. I'm not attacking you for this woman who sat here and fucking unalived me and thinking women are all bad. But
On the live.
I'm being dead
What?
ass. It sounds funny. It sounds
How did he
funny.
say that?
It sounds funny, but hey, that's literally what y'all doing, and I was literally
Sorry.
using myself as an
Hold on,
Listen, I'm
y'all.
example.
just trying
So
to
Let
help
them
y'all.
hash this
yeah, so
out.
let's have talks about like this as adults and literally conversate and
Come on
not
But
now.
insult
you
each other.
Hold,
but you
hold on, Joshua.
alive.
Do you wanna? Hold on, Joshua. Do you wanna respond?
I don't have nothing to say to him. I'm just trying to find better understanding as to what the fuck is going on, like on some real nigga shit. Like I'm completely
Unlimited. Could you tell them what's going
like
on?
what
No, what's
like
going on? What's going on is my input was taken as I'm trying to like sweet talk my way into victimizing myself or men being victims
bro, and that's not what I was talking about at all. You know what I'm saying? And it stemmed from when I said like, because bashing is talking bad about a person. You know what I'm saying? And I use an example of when you're on the phone. If I'm on the phone with my homie and something's not working in my relationship and I'm upset, I'm telling him what I did that was wrong and what he did that was wrong. So my homie can tell me clearly if I'm on bullshit or if she's on bullshit. You get what I'm saying? And then I gave them an example to where women, when they talk on the phone and they get upset, they're literally only telling their girlfriend what you did that was wrong and not the whole situation. So their concept is diluted because half a truth is still a lie. And then somebody in this bitch thought I was trying to slick talk and sweet talk. Bro, I go to school for welding, bro. I'm smart as fuck. Just because I'm a hood nigga don't mean I'm finna act stupid for y'all because of how I look. I'm intelligent than a bitch and I'm gonna use my words the way I use them to where a motherfucker think I'm sitting here trying to get pussy off of this panel or some other shit because all that shit was stated. I listen and then I respond. I don't get emotional. See, even the
So
laughter.
hold on, let Josh
But
so Joshua, you
I'm explaining
understand
that
now?
concept to him so he can understand how all these
Yeah, I
energies
know.
have came forth to where even a motherfucker think they can attack me and people talk the way they do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I'm on here to actually have sophisticated conversations. Just like you said, Shorty, you don't give a fuck about me. I don't give no fuck about, and this ain't no insult to none of y'all. I respect y'all. I love y'all as far as y'all own personalities. But I don't give a fuck about nobody in this bitch but my daughter, my nieces, and my nephew.
So
Bruh.
let hold up, y'all. Let Joshua
So,
respond because he said this.
so you know what I'm saying, bro? That's how all this shit happened because the person thought I was trying to intake a different personality than who the fuck I really am.
Okay, cool. So now I want to understand why everybody else feels the way they feel about unlimited here. I need both perspectives.
Hmm.
So whoever feels some way about unlimited, can you please explain your side of
I
the
just wanted
discriminate?
I just wanted to ask him like how she take you out? Like you said 3 different times.
That don't even matter. No, all 3 times
Hold up,
wasn't
real
from her. It
quick,
was only one time
Lynn.
from her.
Hold up, sir. Lynn, you already on the panel.
No,
That
because I
that
just
that
got
don't
lit
matter
up.
because that story is just for
Oh,
your amusement to see
It's
how a
not.
woman misheard
No,
his
I
name.
really do want.
No, because you laughing for it, and that's not funny because I had tubes down my fucking throat. I
You
can really
do.
get
What
disrespectful in here, but it's me being a man
happened?
being disrespectful is gonna come off as, oh, I'm aggressive.
Oh,
Stop
that's why
playing
your
with me.
voice. Okay,
Nobody cares.
so that's why
No,
his voice.
I don't even care
Hold
either.
on,
But
hold on. That's
you're
why
not
your
gonna get.
voice. That's why your voice raspy, huh? Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay, so
Go
I'm
ahead.
I'm
oh,
gonna
the
just I'm gonna just
cheese.
I'm gonna just assume. All right, I'm gonna just assume he told y'all a story about him and some other female or whatever the case may be, and
Female.
Hey, but you realize nobody could tell you why they feel the way they felt about me, but the motherfucker can sit here and start trying to fight again.
so
See, this
That's
is
what
the
you know
thing.
what I'm saying?
This is the thing. You up here
What?
talking
Why do
about I
you
can
feel the way
get.
you feel about me?
I don't know you. First of all,
He getting our voice mixed
he
up.
up here.
He getting our voice
That's
mixed up. He
fine.
talking
That
about
was asked
me.
for everybody on
We
the
are the
panel who
same
wanted to say
person.
something, and nobody said anything about it though.
Sir, I'm gonna tell
I'm
you
about
what I
to
think
say
it is.
something about it. Excuse
In
me,
this
sir.
Oh,
Did
let
you not
Joshua
hear
conversation
me
get the
about
speaking?
lane.
women's experiences, they don't
Sir,
want to hear about your,
sir,
It wasn't
can you
experiences
about
with
hear
the
me?
men.
panel wasn't about women's
Hold
experiences
up,
Can
hold
though.
up.
y'all hear
Dre, you
me?
gotta wait
It
till let
literally
Pen
says in
Diego
the
respond,
caption
okay?
Dre,
when women
do
talk
you
about
think
their
what you have to
experiences.
say is more important than me?
No, I was just responding to him. Go ahead, boo.
Okay, because you just bulldozed right over me talking.
like, I ain't go.
Oh, I was about to go in a minute. My bad, boo.
Um, you on the internet talking to a bunch of women, and y'all always say women have the deadliest mouth. Women can do this, women can do that. Why do y'all think y'all gonna be able to go toe to toe with a woman on the internet? Like that's stupid. You're not intimidating nobody talking about I can get real disrespectful in here. So
You must have came
you're
in
not
late.
a
I
physical
was called a
threat.
bitch like five
We don't know
times.
you.
I
It
was
don't
called.
matter. You
No,
on here
it doesn't matter.
whining.
It doesn't matter. What
You
I'm
on here
saying is,
whining.
I'm not whining. We're having a
Yeah, you
conversation.
are.
Go
All
ahead,
right,
let
I
them build.
apologize if that's how it came off, and I'm not threatening anybody. But for me to even state I could get disrespectful too, if you take that as a
You
threat,
mama.
you're a fucking chump as a woman because you're sitting here
A
attacking
chump
me.
as a
Stop
woman.
and let me
Sir,
finish. I'm not trying to do
No,
that
I don't
with you.
gotta do
You're
nothing.
insulting me.
sir.
Sir, I just really want
I
to help
will
you understand what's
drag
happening right
you
now.
for the filth that you are and
Hold
have
on.
you sucking your thumb in a corner.
Can I
That
say
lady sent
something
you to
real
the
quick?
hospital. I will send you to the therapist.
Send me to the
Now,
Stop
morgue, nigga. I'm
playing.
willing
wait,
to
wait,
go
wait.
right
Hold on,
now.
y'all.
But
Oh,
I'm
my
That's what I'm
watching
So
saying.
you.
Hold
I
on, hold
really
on,
want to
hold
help
on, hold
you
on. That's
understand
what
what
I'm
is happening
saying.
right now because
I'm gonna
really
mute
Hold on,
up.
hold
they
up,
I'm gonna
don't
mute
hold
want to
up
up.
then.
hear
Who's that?
what your experience is as a man, what you was going through with your girl or whatever, because the caption says when women talk about their experiences, right? So you're reacting
No, the
to
first
that.
three words is why
It,
do men?
but you're
So it's from a men's aspect of your question. You're asking
Yeah,
me
but you were
why do
giving your
men do
experience,
something. So
right?
as a man, I'm
I'm telling you
answering
why they were
why, bro.
picking apart your experience and they don't give a fuck, right? About
They,
what
they,
you were
they don't
saying
get no
about how
fuck
she
on, bro. They just care
okay, no,
about.
I know I'm just telling you about in this conversation and how it works because I've experienced this myself. I'm just telling you now
I know,
what's
and I
going
agree
on.
with you
So I just need you to
100%.
understand the type of conversation that you've entered into. This is not what you thought it was, right? You thought it was more nuanced where you can bring up your experience and that it would matter in this conversation. That's not what this conversation is. It's about how men are reacting to women's experiences. So we're talking about that. You brought in your extra shit, right? And they don't really give too many fucks about it. That's
Yeah,
just what happened.
you're
Okay,
absolutely
hey,
right.
look,
Bro, who
Hold
the
up, real
fuck are
yo,
quick.
you?
yo,
Hold up, real
Dre,
Inside.
quick.
hey, yo,
Inside, who the
Dre,
fuck are you?
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all.
What's the
Hold up,
problem?
real quick.
No,
hey,
but
yo,
to a
Hold
Dre.
on.
degree, what he's saying, I agree.
Fucking
Hold up, I'm gonna start
baddest.
dropping people.
Yeah,
Sit your
Whoa,
what's
motherfucking
good?
ass
whoa,
down.
What's the issue?
whoa. Dre, hold up. Unlimited, hold up. Y'all can speak in a second. It wasn't many of us, but the people who was in the sub only live, right? How do men come and disrupt conversation about women talk about their experiences again?
I did hear that
Mm.
piece. Wasn't it violence? Was it violence? They started talking about violence and how they're gonna do something to somebody. Or was that
No, just talking about themselves to derail the
okay, I
conversation.
Or
guess
what
it
they'll do
wasn't
is they'll
after
try to
that.
have sympathy for you, make you have sympathy for
Sir,
them. You know what I'm
nobody
saying?
cares that you
No, I'm
unalive.
agreeing with
Stop.
y'all, and I'm bringing up the problems of what a man will do to manipulate. I'm not arguing with you, shorty. I'm literally,
That's exactly what
I'm
you
a
doing, though. You
no.
telling us about what another woman did to you. We don't care about what
It's
that
not
lady
about
did
the
to
other
you.
woman. A
We
person
don't
try to.
care.
I don't care
We
about
don't
it.
care.
I
Stop trying
don't.
to get us to care.
It's the
We do
past.
not
It's not.
care.
It's not about
Unlimited,
you.
bro. It's no point, bro.
On
The
bro.
Twin,
It's
I
point,
not. Hey,
feel
I'm
where you
finna.
coming
Nico.
from, bro. It's
I
no
get it,
point.
bro. Yeah, and I'm not trying to victimize myself, but I'm literally just bringing
No
concepts
point.
to reality. Yeah, that shit is
Yeah,
dead.
but
Now,
they don't
whatever
care
y'all want
about
to
that
talk
in
about, I'm
this
gonna listen to it,
conversation,
and I
though. That's
agree
the
with y'all.
problem.
I agree with y'all because it's biased. It's one way. It's a bunch of hurt people on.
Hold up. All right, you hurt. We got it. Let Ronan go. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you, Dre. You got some birds in the background. Go ahead, Ronan. You got unmute. Ronan giving us the silent treatment. That's crazy.
That thunder child is bad.
I guess I go for the panel back up, but you you are a bitch though, and like when I hear about the woman putting you in the hospital, I just say that's one for the team.
You know,
But
my
y'all
baby
got
mama
it.
15 years older than me, right?
Whoa, why he gotta be a bitch for?
No,
Oh,
no, and I'm a bitch. I'm a
Wait, hold
bitch
on,
because
hold
she
on,
thinks
hold on,
I've
hold on,
done
hold on,
something.
bro,
wait, are
bro,
No,
you a
I
bro,
get it,
bro.
bro.
I get,
Bro,
bro.
listen.
Unlimited, I got you,
you
bro.
said
I
your baby
got you.
mama
Hold on.
Hey,
15
but
years
no,
older
at
than
the
I
you.
same
How
got
old
you.
time,
was you
Sarah,
when
they
you had
finna
the
jump
baby?
you.
no, I don't jump
Inside, you need to
shit.
shut the
We're
fuck up.
discussing. We're
I'm
discussing.
wondering. You
Inside,
said that she was
you
15
need
years
to
older
shut
than
the
you.
fuck up.
I'm
I
wondering.
know if I
You don't
That's
even
a
know
ask
what the
about
valid
fuck
it
you're talking
question.
directly,
about.
I'll get kicked off the
You
panel.
want to
How
be
long?
he and her. You need to
The
shut
way
the
I
fuck
met
up.
Chair, we
Oh,
was
what
in
you
a whole
mad
nother
for?
panel a while ago talking
Because your
sophisticated
weird
shit,
sweet
bro.
ass
I'm
always
not being
talk.
weird at
Shut
all.
up.
Actually, I'm being factual. So
But
You
hey,
ain't
I'm
being
not being
factual about
logical.
at the
I'm
shit.
end
trying
of
to
the
help
day,
y'all
bro,
out.
listen, I don't
You
talk over
being
other
Excuse
mad.
my
men or
language.
Ain't no
women.
point in getting
I'm not
mad.
arguing with nobody, bro. I got other
So
things
what you
in
getting
life to
mad
fight.
for?
Bro, stop playing with me
Oh
like I'm
God, no.
mad.
Control
It's, well, I'm
and
just
whether you
Hey,
let
venting
go of your
time out. Hold on,
emotions.
Roland. Hold
I'm
on,
on oh
Roland.
loco.
Hey, listen, bro. Whatever I do to a person is a conscious decision. I'm not mad, bro. But if you
Yeah, but you
irritate
just
too
trap me with your
irritating.
words.
How did I try with
Control
my word? Hey,
yourself.
time out, time out. If you're gonna try to reference me, now I'm finna.
I'm sick
I
of
mean,
hearing you
you did call
whining.
him a
You
bitch,
sound like a
but you
Who did
called
I
him a
call a
I
bitch?
bitch
Who
didn't
though.
did I
call
call
him
a
no
bitch
names,
to, bro?
actually. I
Who
didn't
did I
call him
call a
any
bitch?
names. I said sir. I said sir
I'm
when
talking
I
about the
addressed
person
him.
that called
Oh,
Unlimited a bitch.
Oh
so
yeah,
I don't
she
know.
was
I'm like,
ex-
you
What
being
did
yeah,
so
you
Like she
what did
said,
sensitive.
you
you
are
I'm
a
like,
bitch.
hold on.
hello?
Hold
I've been called a
on.
I'ma
bitch
What
be a
if,
5
bitch.
hold
times by
on.
Farmers game.
Hold on. What if you, his daddy, you came over here to put us in check about what we saying to him? What you gonna do about it,
that's
Ronan?
weird as hell. You think you just gonna
Besides
mistreat
Hey,
cry.
somebody
Carl,
to prove
you
you?
just shut the. Hey, Carl, you
And if
talking to
I
a boss? You
don't,
need to shut the fuck up
and if
talking
No,
I
to
that
me.
shit's
don't,
weird, bro. You
That's
and
your
if I
literally.
fucking
don't,
problem.
and if I
You're used
don't,
to simps. That's your
what you
fucking
gonna do
problem.
about
I'm
it?
not gonna.
What you gonna do about
Not
it?
a damn
What
thing.
you
Shut
gonna
your
do about
motherfucking
it?
ass up.
Exactly. So shut up, stupid.
Man,
You
you
can't even
ignorant
do
Can you
bitch.
try
nothing
to
about
regulate your
it.
emotions?
And
Can
what
we
can
have a
you do?
conversation? Yes, I can actually.
Continue to hurt your feelings and
Inside,
bother
nobody talking
you.
to your sweet booty ass. Boy, I'm talking
Well,
to Kyle.
actually, this is an open panel, so that's why I'm off mute and I'm still talking. Stupid bitch.
Get
Oh, my
So
bad.
bothered.
yeah,
He
All
think
right,
your
my
booty
bad, bro.
sweet.
If the
Who?
pan,
You
the
got
I
panel,
mean,
street
if y'all
things.
want to go there, we
Stop talking to
can.
me.
He just called that man booty sweet. That's crazy.
There you go, trying to manipulate.
It's
There
like,
you
come on,
go.
can
You
we get
did.
on
I
topic
heard
or
it
no? Because
Come
you
too.
want to
on,
sit
bro.
up here
He
and you
did
Come
hurting shit
say
on,
like that
bro.
it.
because these bitches
Come
don't give a fuck
on, bro.
that your bitch almost killed you,
Came on the
right?
panel and went straight to
Oh,
him.
Hey, first of all, my bitch ain't almost killed me. I slapped that bitch. She can't kill me.
Nobody was
Never mind. Let
talking
me
to
stop.
you.
How
My
you gonna
fault, bro.
slap her if
My
you
You
fault.
never
did?
had a bitch. Let's be real.
no, I think the reason I be
Sit
saying
your
bitches is
masculine
because
ass down somewhere.
they really do be fucking dogs
Nothing
though.
about me masculine,
But
baby.
Well, bitch, your voice is masculine. Fuck is you
hey,
talking
which
about?
one of you mods is so
You
petty
seem to
that you
really like
literally focus on
masculinity since
muting me,
that's all you
bro?
talking
Hey, I'm
about.
No, I
That's
need
fucking.
your
you to
part.
shut
That's
up.
your thing. I don't
Cause
Hey,
bro
whoever that
know.
is,
talking. Bro
No.
talking.
This
Let
is
him
what I
talk.
mean.
No,
They
you
don't know
should
how to
calm
regulate
down
their
though. You're
emotions.
very emotional.
Like, come
Relax.
on,
It's just
Kyle,
No.
a
what you
it's
getting
just
so
a
angry
laugh.
for?
Y'all are manipulating this man.
We are
Like
having a
straight up.
conversation.
hold on, y'all.
You call a man a
Let
bitch and get mad when he
Hold
hey,
defend
up,
time
himself.
out, time
y'all.
out, time
Let
Okay,
out.
that
You
Hey,
was like
call a
10
host.
man
minutes
a bitch
ago.
but
hold
get
up,
Hey,
mad
y'all.
Ronan,
when
Hold
he
Ronan,
up,
defend
Ronan.
himself.
Hey,
That was like
Ronan,
10
relax.
minutes
I
Hold
can
ago.
see
up, y'all.
the
Ronan got
frustration,
his
but
cake
I
on.
want to
Let
talk to the
him.
host
Hold
personally.
up. Unlimited. Hold up. Let Ronan go. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ronan.
He gonna stay muted. He want me to
Hold
talk.
on. Hold on. Let him go. He'll figure it out. We got
Karushi.
faith.
Hold on.
Never mind, 'cause I said a lot and I was muted. I'm gonna just be quiet.
No, no.
Finally.
Hey, let me
This
slide
your
real quick, host. Can
time.
you please stop telling? Can you please tell your panel of mods? I'm literally on the.
Oh, can
I'm
you
not gonna lie.
please tell host, can you please help
I mean, but
me?
let
They're
him
being
talk though.
so mean
I
to
can't even talk.
me.
Let him talk.
They're
Let
being
him
so
talk.
mean to me, host. Get them. Put those mean women
See,
in
bro.
line.
That's what's wrong with these
No,
bitches.
no.
Gotta
Hey,
They don't
time
know
out,
when to
time out.
shut
Hey,
the
we ain't
fuck
gonna
up.
call them bitches.
see.
We not
Let
gonna
him
stoop to their
talk.
level, bro. And I want to get like that too,
What?
but I'm not
Stupid
gonna
they
do that,
level.
bro.
Nigga,
Like,
they
Hold on,
bitches.
Ronan. You
Straight
got
hey,
up.
no, no, no. Time out.
you
They're
had your chance to
assholes,
be a
bro.
superhero. You
They're
didn't
fucking
do
ass.
it.
So not everybody, but you're being a fucking asshole. Stop playing with me like you're a little kid, or I'm gonna start calling you little girl. I'm talking to you like you're a grown ass woman. Stop playing with me.
Who are you talking
The one who
to?
keep
The,
muting me and
the
criticizing me
difference
like a.
between me and you is that I don't care about what you think about me or what you do. I'm gonna always win.
It's
Ha
not
ha.
about how we think. It's how we're speaking.
Damn.
You see, ho?
You gotta say it faster.
Take him out again,
I'm.
please.
No, y'all gotta talk
Hey, that shit
faster.
funny as hell to everybody in the thing to where you trying to like poke at me to play with me when I'm being sophisticated with how I'm talking.
Cause
I'm
why
not
you
trying
keep
to sit
coming
here
for
and make
me?
men seem better or women seem worse. We're having discussions about a fucking life thing and you sitting here trying to impersonalize it and then attack me. Stop fucking playing.
So I just
It
want to
is
say
funny, but
this.
it,
Hold up,
it
real
also
quick, because it's important because the conversation is
it
being
shows
derailed.
you.
Hold up. Unlimited is the man that we talk about, right? He's the man that we be talking about. Like he's the dangerous man. He came in here wearing a mask, pretending that he wasn't that guy. When we say he was aggressive, he gaslit us and said that he wasn't being aggressive. And look how he being now. So like when we bash him in, we're definitely talking about men like Unlimited, and he proven us valid by the way he responded. I think it's interesting.
It should be interesting that I'm not even gonna like act like I'm finna argue on that. I'm finna just
You
rebuttal
ain't gotta
that.
argue.
No, I don't do arguments. I'm finna rebuttal that statement that you said because I do logical shit. How am I being aggressive when I'm trying to ask you to, while I'm speaking, to have, don't let this, tell your mod to stop muting me. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not attacking anybody. I've been called bitches. A motherfucker done because another male done talked to me in a certain way. You done told us.
Unlimited, I muted you and I called you a bitch. Why are you telling Me on myself. I'm muting you, nigga. Like, who you think muting you? It's me.
Ain't
I'm
know
shut
who was
that
doing
bitch ass up. It's me. I'm
that
the
shit.
one. Right there, that's me. Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
he's
I
so
already called you
mad.
a
Can you
bitch. I'm
just
gonna call
let it
you
go,
another
boo?
one.
No,
God damn, y'all niggas stay wanna tell somebody.
no, it's okay. Now that I know it was you, that shit is actually funny as fuck. I'm not even upset no
Yeah,
more.
it's
I
been
thought it
funny
was one
from
of
the
them being
beginning.
Mr. Petty and Mrs. Petty.
Jesus.
Can you
I'm
just let it
talking
go?
with
Because
her.
really,
Me and
they
her
don't
talking right
care.
now. Let us
And then they
talk.
really want to joke on you at this point. So
No,
can we
I
really
know
let it
they
go?
do. I know they do. So I'm gonna let y'all take the floor. But like, hey,
Yeah.
just don't use me as the target when I was literally talking to y'all in like some real shit. I
It's
wasn't
okay.
using
They're
it
going
to
to let it go.
manipulate.
It's
Hold
okay. They're going to
on.
let it go.
Hold on. You don't got no self respect for yourself, unlimited. You that's now I see why you let that lady unalive you.
Because
Cause you
I
don't
didn't
got no
leave out
self
the panel
respect.
yet. Because I didn't leave mad.
No, because you ain't,
That's the
go.
expectation y'all wanted from me.
No, I want you
Why
to
am I
do
showing you that I'm
better.
gonna act like a little ass boy when I'm gonna listen
I
to
want
you
you to
like a man
live. I
listens?
want you to live. You are acting like a corpse. You are acting like a ghost. Just doing the same shit. Y'all seen what is it, American Horror Story? Like how those ghosts in that first episode, the first season, how they was like just reliving the life that they lived. This how this nigga found up
Mm.
here. He just reliving it. Like he just will not get past the fact that he unalive.
Hey,
Yeah, he in
listen, shorty,
purgatory.
listen.
He
You know
won't
what's
just
worse to me in my
exist.
life? You know what's worse in my life than that shit that happened with that woman? I'm telling you right now, shorty, I'd have been hit
The
five
worst part is
times, but
what?
I was hit 5 times. I can't say it in a certain way because we on TikTok. I got real life shit going on in life to where my emotions ain't affected by what a woman do to me. It's based upon my kids'
Are you
stability.
okay in the
Time out. No,
head?
no. Listen.
You
My
can't be
emotions are.
okay in the
I'm
head.
being
I
serious
swear to
with you.
God.
My emotions are based off of my stability and my child's stability. With a
Tara,
person,
I'm tired of talking to this unalive man. I'm sick of
stop and
it.
listen
I'm
for a
scared.
second though.
Why
My
you
Sick
want us
of
my
to
it.
listen
my
so
emotions are
bad?
not based off of
It's too
anything. I
much.
don't
Why
care
do you
about
think we
emotions.
care
How are you
about
still here?
you?
Hey, but hey, I'll let y'all
Why
laugh
do
and
you
y'all
think we
talk. Hey,
care?
I'm gonna
It's
stay.
No,
crazy, man.
wait. Les said she probably got him in the head. That's probably why he fucked up. That
Hey, I'm
nigga
gonna
don't
stay.
even realize it.
I'm gonna stay in the panel so I can be the target because I'm
We
interested in
ain't
how.
talking. We talking to the walking
But no, I'm
unalive.
saying
This
what I'm
nigga's
saying is
all
I want to see
there.
how bitter
Now
women
he
who get
making himself.
mistreated
Now he making
viewpoints
himself
are. No, I want
relevant.
to see how bitter women who get mistreated view
It's
men.
not about bitter. Just go to
That is some
therapy,
bitter
my
shit.
guy. Just go
That's
to
bitter.
therapy. Like it
I
really
don't
sounds like you
listen.
need someone to listen to you.
I
Go
never
pay someone
complained about
to.
anything though.
Yes, you have. You
No,
kept
I
saying
didn't. I
you've been
just
on a
stated
live five
concepts and
times,
facts.
3 times, and everyone's saying they don't care. And then they're like, "Well, we can see why because you don't know when to leave." It's almost as if you
I'm
are
on a panel to
pressing
have a
buttons by
discussion. So
just being
because I get
present.
jumped, I need to leave. I'm comfortable being.
Yes.
Time out.
Why would
Listen,
you
sweetheart.
stay in an
I'm
environment
comfortable
that
being
doesn't want you there?
uncomfortable.
That makes no sense. I mean, if a
I had
woman
a.
is feeling like she
My
has
father
to
raised me
defend
to be.
herself,
I'm gonna wait.
then you should have
I'm not
left.
talking
I
over her.
mean, and
So he's saying
if
he uncomfortable.
people
Hold
are
on,
bitter for
Trinity.
that, you need to go to therapy. Seriously.
I'm
He's
not
saying
a
that
You're
bit.
the problem.
he's saying that he uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. We know he uncomfortable with sitting up here being a corpse arguing with us.
I'm
So he's
comfortable. Hey,
You
Can
okay.
can
I
imagine in
can I ask
person,
a
I would be
question?
grabbing the nearest
what I'm
bag
saying is
too.
I'm comfortable being
Well, pew
uncomfortable.
pew.
So
This
the
some scary
concept.
Just
Time
shit.
hearing
out.
him complain got me. I'm like, this
Hey,
guy is still going.
may
I've
I
been in
ask
the
a question?
comments
The
trying to
concept
figure
is
out
Wait.
more of
why
y'all
he's been
thinking that
centering
because
the
y'all
conversation
disagree with
about
me and you called me a
women and their
bitch, I should
experience.
leave
Hold
out of
up,
the
y'all.
panel.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Go ahead, Joshua.
Um, so I just trying to find a bit of understanding because somebody in the chat has said I asked a question about why it even mattered what he did to her for her to, you know what I'm saying, unalive him or whatever the case may be. And then someone had mentioned something about femicide, and I did my research on it, and I know that the rates are higher. It's a very unfortunate fact. But what my question is it justifiable? Like regardless, like is it
Hey,
justifiable
and if they want to
to
answer,
Hold
bro, this is.
on, Unlimited. I want to answer it. Hold on, Josh. So you want us to answer? Is it justifiable for that lady to unalive him while we sit up here talking to him?
no, no,
We're
no, 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 no,
not.
no, 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 no,
We're
Drika, let
not.
me, no,
We're
hold
not
I
on,
mean,
about
you
wait,
to
wait,
said
wait,
it was
wait, wait, wait,
entertain.
justifiable.
wait,
We're
Dre,
not
wait,
about to
Drika,
entertain your
Drika, hold
questions
on,
Hold
hold
up,
on,
about
y'all.
hold on.
his
Let him
another live
clarify the
man.
question.
Drika. No, I'm not saying his situation in particular. Like I'm asking, like in general. Like you feel me? Like is it justifiable? Because what I'm saying is, like, I'm just hopping to the situation. I've never. I'm not the kind of guy to unalive a female because I'm jealous or whatever the case may be. You feel what I'm saying? But in the event that I do something to make her jealous, right, and she attempts to take my life, is it justifiable? I'm asking y'all, is it
She's
justifiable
gonna tell
because the
you yes,
feminicide
bro.
rates are
The
so
She's
only
high?
gonna tell
way
you
it's
yes.
justifiable is if you are in danger.
Okay,
If
and
you are
guess
truly
what?
in danger.
Okay, and with that being said, I really don't like sharing my.
Wait, so we gonna talk about we gonna answer him asking a rhetorical question about if something justifiable with unaliving women? No,
No,
we're
with
not
a
doing
man
that.
being
No, that's
unalive.
you not understanding my
He said,
question,
"Is it
Drake.
okay for her
Hold
to
on. I do
unalive?"
understand his question.
Because
What
you're
you
not
just
trying to
said let me
listen.
know
You're
you
What
trying to
don't
no,
argue.
understand
what
my
she's
question.
saying is it goes
You're trying
without
to
saying.
argue,
She's
not
right.
listen.
No, it's not about arguing.
Yes,
It's
it
kind of
is.
like
With y'all, it is.
no, she's saying it's a rhetorical question. She has a point. Like, why would we answer it? I did answer it, but it's obvious. Like the only
Did you
way that's
comprehend?
okay is
Did you
if your
comprehend the
life is
question,
in
or did you
danger,
just answer the
man
question?
or woman. So why ask that question? That's what she's saying.
Why ask
Because
that
You
obviously,
question?
know the
obviously,
answer. You
to
know the
y'all.
answer. We know the answer.
But look,
It's
check this out.
rhetorical.
My shit ain't no rhetorical question because statements were made. A person told
He
me,
just well, we're not
"Hey, no,
talking
no," and
about
I'm
you,
not being,
so
I'm
we're
not
not
being
centering you
emotional.
again. What we're
I'm gonna let
doing
you talk.
is Joshua said, what is it or when is it justifiable? She said it, why are we answering a rhetorical question? She's got a point. You know the answer, she knows the answer. If your life is in
So it's
danger,
not
you have to
if
do
your
what you
life
have to
is in
do.
danger,
Duh.
otherwise it's not justifiable, right? So guess what? When we were having that conversation, when I stated it to make it an example of certain
He
things when they
wasn't
were
talking
trying to
about you.
no, no,
Stop
no, no,
talking
no, no, no. The topic of
about you.
that shit came from my shit.
No, he said he's not talking about you. You talking about you. He
No.
said in general.
That's
Okay.
He said
exactly the
he
same
looked up
thing.
femicide,
Overall,
which you're not a female
he
or a
did the
woman at all.
general
So
thing to not have it get personalized.
then
Did you
don't
comprehend? Ask
personalize
him
it.
that? Hey, bro, did you do that so it wouldn't be personalized?
Yeah, that's literally why
Okay,
I
so
did that.
guess what? I'm telling you, my comprehension is there to where I'm aware of things. I'm not trying to argue. I've stated that I'm
Okay, then
listening to
don't
everything.
personalize it.
No,
Don't
he's
personalize
not
it.
personalizing it
You
because if it
did,
was,
dude. You
can
did.
I
That's why
speak?
everybody keeps saying,
I'm
"Who
literally not
cares
trying to
about your
argue with you.
situation?" Okay, then don't.
And
You're literally
you're
making an
actually trying
argument
to
because
take
you want to be
advantage of we're on
centered.
a woman panel.
So hold up,
That's all I'm
Tracy.
saying.
Hold up. I think like I'm glad you understood what Drika was saying earlier, but the problem is like here's the thing when we talking about the patterns of behavior where a partner could be violent, right, and cause harm to a woman, like this man is checking all the boxes, right? So why would we even argue with him? Why would we even justify anything he is saying by even trying to like defend ourselves against the shit he's saying? Like he's clearly not trying to help resolve anything, if anything. Like he wants to be centered. He don't have no friends and nobody to talk to, so he want us to hear his grievances. Like it's not going to get anywhere. Like I guarantee you, when this conversation is over, he gonna find another group of women and tell the same motherfucking story to, and then he gonna do it again the next day. Like it's a weird thing that they do, and it's no solution to it.
Hey, do you know statistically speaking, when we talk about, because I've had to take a domestic violence class, do you know statistically
Hold on,
speaking,
why did you have to take a
why?
domestic violence
Because it
And
was,
class
there it
if you were the
is.
one?
Hold
I'm
up.
about to tell you all that,
Hold
but
up,
I'm
hold
finna
Boom.
tell you,
up,
hey, I'm
hold
telling
up,
you all of
hold
that,
up.
but we're not going to escape
Unlimited.
my,
Hold up. All right, since you're not gonna answer the question, I want y'all to keep this in mind.
I'm finna tell you.
This man said he already been unalive. He said the woman unalived him, right? Why the fuck would he have to take a domestic violence class?
I'm about to tell you why right now. Because while me and this person were living together, we got into an argument. The police told me I got to pack my shit up and leave. I refused to leave. They locked me up for intervening with an investigation.
Refuse to leave.
No,
No, no,
Oh
no. Let
my
him
house, I
finish.
refused to leave my house because the
Let him
police
finish.
tried to tell me to leave. If me and you had a conversation and you told me to leave, I'm going. The government is not coming into my crib and telling me to leave as a fucking man.
Usually they do that to the aggressor. Sorry, I had to say
No,
that.
no, no.
Yeah.
They you can do you not believe that
Hey,
women can
That's
no,
not
I'm asking
true. I ain't
time
gonna
out.
lie. That's
hey,
not true. That's not true.
no,
That's
hold
not
on, hold
true.
on, hold
That's
on,
not
hold
true.
on. Be
That's
quiet.
not true.
Be quiet. I need
I
you to be
literally
quiet.
I'm
I
trying to
need
tell
you to
you
be
some
quiet. I don't care. Pause, everybody. Tara, remember in The Gift of Fear when they said that the men who are family unalivers, the reason why they go crazy like that is when the woman gets TPO, like, and
Mm-hmm.
why it's dangerous to get a TPO is because the men feel like you get the government involved in the business, so he go crazy and he end up like unaliving or
Yeah, he
causing
lose
harm to the woman.
power.
Yes,
I
He
yes,
use
want
the
to
po-
prove
yes.
himself. Yeah,
Clock it, Tara, clock it.
yeah. Yeah, because like it's funny how he went from being a victim because now because like even if they came to the house and told him to leave, how did they end up sitting in front of the judge and they say you gotta take these classes? Not anger management, domestic violence classes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
do you
Well,
know
he
what
was putting his
domestic
hands
violence?
on
Do you
her.
know what
He was
domestic
putting his
is?
hands on that woman,
No,
and it's
no.
quite clear.
A domestic can literally be. I'm telling you because I got locked up for it.
Oh, my bad.
How much time did you
A
get?
domestic can be an argument between two people that get extremely aggressive, and now the police gets called. There's verbal abuse and there's physical abuse. Stop thinking everything got to be physical abuse.
Abuse is
Right,
abuse, my
but
So
guy.
and
Hold
then,
up,
but
hold
if
up,
guess
no
hold
what?
up,
one's
Guess
gonna
hold up,
what?
make
For
you
two
y'all.
take a
people to
Hold up,
domestic
argue,
y'all.
Yeah, it
violence
hey,
is.
time out.
class,
For
Hold
two
up.
people to argue,
Come
Hold
just
on.
like
up,
how we're talking
unlimited.
right now,
Unlimited. Hold up, unlimited. How'd you end up taking the DV class?
because they told me when they arrested me because I got belligerent with the fucking police. They wanted to clock more shit on my shit, hit me with a domestic because they came there between an argument between two people. That's how I got locked up for the
So
domestic.
when the police came, you wasn't able to calm down
No, when the
enough. So
police,
they
when I get, I don't know if it get to that point because even how patient I've been with y'all should realize I've been called bitch and everything else, and I'm still talking to y'all in a normal way. But once I get that way, I'm not wait. Fuck the police.
so what ultimately you said you got so
I'm
you
gonna
got
get
the
like that with
DV
the police
charge.
too.
What other charges you get besides DV?
What else did I get?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they lock niggas up for resisting arrest because I pull my arm like, get your ass off of me. I
Well,
get
hold
down to
up.
home. I'm about to tell you.
Why would you
I
respond like
get
that
down to
though?
the police station, and I'm heated right now. I'm pissed. This nigga sitting there happy like he did his job. Like, bro, I'm finna beat your ass in this bitch. They locked me. They charged me with assault on the cop, even though I didn't touch the nigga.
Did you have to do time for that?
I was in jail for fucking a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Did people come and visit you while you was in
See,
jail?
the thing is, COVID was going on, but hey, I had money on my books.
Who put money on your books?
Who? The same bitch who locked me up.
Mm.
So what y'all got to say about that
Damn.
now? Since I'm so aggressive,
She
So hold on, is
toxic.
that your only
Wait,
time being?
she
Hold on, is that
toxic,
your only time being in prison?
huh?
Was that the only time
The
you ever
first
been
time
in
I got
prison?
locked up, I was 19 for weapon charges. I don't deal with putting hands on women. I go,
Hold on. Okay, slow down, sir. Hold on. So, hold on. Let me. It's too
but if you
loud.
want to base my
Hold
criminal
on.
background off of
Unlimited.
me being a good
Unlimited.
man,
Hold
we can do
No,
on.
that.
unlimited. She's trying to. Hold up, we trying to get a better idea of your story. So
No,
like,
y'all
let her
trying to get a better
explain.
idea of a person that I am.
No,
Oh
we
So
my
trying
we
to
can
see
goodness.
do
if
that
you're a
too,
good
because I'm
drinker.
comfortable in my skin.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, so let's get it.
Hold on, sir. Hold on. So, it's a couple things I want the women to recognize who's listening. Notice how he talks about like his interaction with the police and the way he frame it, right? He frame it like they think they did their job, and of course they do this, of course they do that. Y'all know how they do niggas and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to that, because he said that after he stated that once he get a certain way ain't no stopping. Okay, then when he talks of we've been being gaslit, and we're just virtually talking to him, we've been being gaslit, right? So
Ashley,
like
you
I
called
said
me a
earlier,
bitch. You called me
imagine
a
y'all
bitch
gotta help me
personally.
mute him because I don't want to keep doing that.
Hold up, unlimited.
So imagine how, and I said this earlier, it's probably insufferable being with him. So imagine the hoops and hurdles that woman is going through. So then when he got in trouble for the domestic, keep in mind Tara asked, well, who put money on your books? And he was like, her. Now that's important. That's why I encourage y'all, regardless of what state you're in, if your state shows like parole hearings or parole revocations, y'all need to watch it because it shows the type of games these men play and how they involve and how they end up manipulating and gaslighting the women. There is a lot of women who deal with these men who end up being in this cycle with them where they're the ones who they might recant their stories. They try to help them get out of trouble because the man is guilting them. That's why right now he wants to tell us his story because he's trying to
I'm not
soften it.
telling you that.
He's trying to reverse things and he does that to her too. That's why I'm encouraging y'all. It's important for y'all to hear what he's saying and the way he's framing it. And that's why I always tell women, I know it's difficult. I know y'all probably don't think like, why would I be watching parole hearings? I'm telling you, it'll help you with pattern recognition. The last thing, he said that the judge required him to do a domestic violence course. If y'all, I can't think of it right now, but if y'all
The
look it up
judge
on
didn't say it.
YouTube,
It's part of my
hold on,
probation. It's part of
sir.
probation.
I don't give a fuck. If
Say
y'all
it. Act.
if
Be
y'all
act.
look up I forget, it's like a domestic, like look up domestic violence programs on YouTube, you might be able to find where they show you how they run those programs like to help the men who have the issues, and watch how those men respond. I might have to find the link to put it in the chat. But Tara, remember we talked about this before. It was some type of article where this woman was doing a study on men who abuse and like the reasons why they say that they abuse women, AB women, excuse me. Y'all need to look that up because I forget what
Yeah, I
the
have the
program
I can
is.
pin the video, the one I did about I forgot his name, but he was talking about the class he ran for the men who were like in these classes and
Oh
their
yeah, it was
responses
men.
to why they did it.
You
Yeah,
know, they're not gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Am
ahead.
I able to? Am I able to speak now instead of? My bad. I just got done drinking something. Am I able to speak now instead of it being an assumption
Hold on,
to
was that
where?
Silka? Silka, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, a judge is not gonna assign a DV class
No, it's
unless there's
probation.
like evidence of like some sort of physical assault.
That's not
There's
true.
all types of other interventions like anger management, like it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't think he's being honest. And then I would like to know if she got a restraining order on him. I'm
You want to
assuming that
know?
No.
I will
so
tell you, bro.
Silka, hold
Listen,
on one
listen, listen.
second. Silka, he's
that'll
manipulating
reveal.
her. She might didn't
To
be.
tell you
Hold
everything if they
on,
let me
hold
talk.
on. Because he may be manipulating her, but it's also important to know that
She's 15. She's 15.
a
How the
lot of
fuck?
women who are in these situations, with DV with these men, and you like end up recanting your story or whatever, because we know what the cycle of abuse is. They're trying to criminalize women who who back. Oh, damn, what the fuck was that? Hold on, y'all. We be cooking crawfish and that shit got to my nose. Hold on,
Damn.
girl, it choked me. Oh my god.
I hope you alright. That cornflakes about to be good as a motherfucker
All
though.
right,
But
so look, hey, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can literally tell y'all anything that occurred, but even with me speaking to y'all to talk as far as life experience goes, not to complain, because I'm telling you, I don't give no fuck when I say I don't give no fuck about a lot of shit. Like y'all
Did
gonna
you
sit
have a
there,
Y'all
time
restraining
out,
see,
time
order
out,
hold
time
on
out.
you or
on.
not?
Hold on. Y'all see his drawings on his
No,
page. This man is touched in the head.
I gotta talk
Y'all
to
gotta
you.
stop playing with him. He a
When I'm telling,
little,
what I
he
had
a
to say,
little boop doop. Like he looked like he'll beat somebody based on the drawings on his page.
that's
I'm trying
fine.
to
I'm an
tell you.
artist. I'm an artist.
Look,
Go look at my
he
page
think
and
that's
whatever.
artwork. It
I
looked
can
like
do better
a
than that.
12 year
somebody
old
Hey, we're
drew.
screenshot
not
one and put it in
criticizing. Look, 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 look. You see what you're
Discord.
doing?
All right, I'm
But
back.
hold on, let Shuggy go.
If y'all having it,
Hold
I'm
on,
about
I
to
just
get
want
off the
to finish
panel. Hold.
one thing real quick, Sarah. I just want to
Okay.
say that they are trying to criminalize women who call the police for DV and then recant, like take back their story. Like if the man is up for
This
parole,
shit
I'm not
crazy.
parole. Shut up! Oh my God, is up for like revocation
Your ass
because
like
they're saying
me.
like she committed perjury. So they are trying to criminalize. So when these men try to act like the government is against them, no, even the government is gonna work against the women, even though they understand based on them telling men to go to these classes that they approve, they understand that women are in a cycle of abuse, and the government don't even care about that. They still are trying to find ways to equally criminalize women on top of them taking both
Mm,
of them to jail, even though they know the men are the aggressor. And that's all I
Well,
have
that's
to
what's
say.
going to
Exactly.
happen
You're right.
when, and that's what's going to happen when the majority of the government is made up of men, right? They're going to make laws to protect the things that they do. I also want y'all to know that, like, the constant inability. So first of all, the police showed up. He said he couldn't calm down, and even now, how he like, I gotta say it now. I gotta say it now. This impulsiveness, like, and the aggressiveness behind the impulsiveness, is dangerous behavior.
You know it's also
I just wanted
dangerous.
to
You know
say
it's
to
also
To
dangerous.
Drika's point, I wanted to say
Yeah.
too, you're absolutely right. And there's this like really amazing nonprofit in New York called Steps that is literally like all about criminalized survivors, because like they're finding that that's an issue that women are also getting introduced. And statistically, I learned because I used to volunteer with them that most women's introduction to the criminal justice system is through DV.
Okay, look, I want to say something now.
Oh, this art is fucking
I
crazy.
don't I
That's
don't
all
I
I say.
don't
What the
think that
hell is this?
I don't think that
no,
like
hold on. Let
I'm
me
being
see.
actually heard.
Told you he did it at the psych ward.
And
Let me see.
No,
I
that
don't
look
care. Like
crazy.
us speaking, we're having conversations, but I'm getting from anytime I talk to y'all real life
I think
things.
the paper that this is written on is also interesting. If y'all think
Y'all
about it.
think that like
That's
Like, cause like if
because
I'm
foreign.
an artist, I'm gonna have like a sketchbook, right? Notice it's just like a random piece of paper. I
that's what
don't
it was
know.
though. I ain't gonna cap to you. I was going through some shit and the only way I got through that shit was drawing. That's why them drawings is there. See, men, we go through a lot of shit, but I'm not getting into that right now. But do you understand like anything that I've said has been literally deterred to me
And we
being
don't
aggressive?
care. You
No, you
Shorty,
abusive.
gave
let
You
me talk, please. Can
abusive.
I please? How am I being?
no
No.
unlimited. You gave us some good
No, no,
information.
it's
Y'all
not
need to
even
get
just
these.
information. I'm
Hold up,
trying
real
to.
quick. I'm gonna just mute you. Listen, y'all. Y'all need to get these niggas to draw pictures. What the fuck? Like, what is going on? Like, tell that nigga to draw something for you. That, like, ain't no fucking way. I'm sorry.
Hey, do you
Oh,
realize there's a lot of
okay.
ways to release stress?
Do y'all
So
think? Do y'all? Do y'all?
because I drew something that makes me a fucking lame or something to you?
Nah, what you draw?
No. So, but
Can
no, it
I?
doesn't matter what I drew, and people can go look. I put it there for you to see it. But my thing is, do you realize while I'm speaking to you, the whole time I'm
Thank you,
talking,
Darnell.
I'm either being cut off in the midst of me cooking to show you where the
So as he be aggressive with us, y'all, what
like.
I want y'all to think about this for a second. What response are the other men having? Like the protectors, as he continues to be aggressive with us, right?
Can
And
I?
saying the things he's saying, what response are y'all noticing from other men? The quote unquote protectors.
No
See,
response.
that's biased because if they don't say what you think, now they're not a protector.
I hear no response.
No, I mean, there's not going to be a response because what I'm saying is logical.
Sorry.
They support him. I mean,
Y'all
they
just gonna go back
understand
to
him.
talking shit about
So
me. Like,
You
watch this,
think you're a protector?
watch
You
her
can't
do it.
even control your temper.
My,
It's
But I'm gonna
obvious
tell you
that you
that's
have anger
important.
Listen.
issues.
And they be
But that's
telling us, hold on.
important.
Oh, not, my
Real
bad,
quick,
Tara.
Lynn. It's important because they like to shame other men and say that they not like the other men and they wouldn't support the bad men. But notice that the men who came up here even wanted to save him or ask him questions. Nobody wanted to speak on the women's behalf. But go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
Lynn.
it wasn't
I
about
also want
a.
to point out. I also want to point out that they said you can bet a man for AB, yet they all failing at the test. They all say they say he innocent.
Go look up what domestic means. Since everybody thinks you got to beat somebody to catch a domestic charge, we all got phones
We
right now. We
know
all
you
know.
don't have to. You just told us.
Okay. Oh no, but what I'm telling you is I don't need to do that shit. I know I'm stronger than a person. Even the ways I talk to y'all, because I talk so sophisticated and my picture is a black man and you perceive me as some street nigga, if I talk this way, you don't think I got any type of worldly awareness to where, oh, this nigga just trying to talk slick to us. And then when I talk to you the way you
Hold
talking
on,
to me,
Unlimited, let Way go. What's up, Way?
I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We stressed out, but go ahead.
Shut out.
Stress
No,
from
I
the
just wanted to
truth,
come
bro.
up and just say something real quick. And not negative or nothing, but like, why is it that every time he says something, y'all gotta gang up on him and say some ignorant shit?
Y'all see that?
Because
I'm just asking a question. I'm not.
we're analyzing conversations to be able to communicate with y'all, and the only thing that's coming out of it is y'all being aggressive as fuck, and then saying men are aggressive. And then
Yeah, I
So,
if
agree.
so
I
hold
Just
on,
talk and I use
wait,
a curse
wait.
word,
How do you
now
think
I'm
we? Hold
abusive to
up,
women.
unlimited. Hold
Now
up,
I'm abusive to
unlimited.
women because
you
I
said
say
what?
shorty.
Hold on. Wait, how do you think we should have responded?
I don't know. I feel like somebody should talk one at a time, but y'all ganging up on one person just ain't doing it. Especially when y'all not even saying nothing factual.
What do you mean by that?
Y'all just antagonizing them.
You're just throwing insults.
What you
You're not
mean?
speaking on anything.
Exactly. Y'all been calling him a
Don't
bitch the
nobody
whole
care
live for
about
real.
him. He abusive.
How?
Nobody care
Now I
about
got a
Ain't
question
nobody
for
give
you.
a
What
fuck
did I
about
the
you.
do?
deer,
He
How
probably
did
be
I?
the
Didn't
How
playing.
make
did?
deer,
you
the
admit it.
deer,
Wait,
Hold
the
time
on, let
out,
Wade
deer.
time out.
go,
Hey, other
y'all.
than me telling
Hold
y'all,
up, y'all.
shorty,
Let
stop
Wade
fucking
go.
playing with me. What did I?
Hold on,
Because
let Wade respond.
okay, no, I responded.
Huh,
Shorty,
what you
stop.
say?
Hold on, I said,
Hold
shorty,
on,
stop
I'm
fucking.
trying to give Wade an opportunity to
All
respond.
right, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. What you said?
Oh, you talking about me, bro?
No, I'm talking about what she was saying. I didn't hear what she said.
Yeah, go ahead, unlimited.
All I know is,
What you say?
as far as this conversation goes, I've only addressed concepts, and even with every concept I've got, because of y'all pain y'all go through, we all got pain in this world. Y'all sit here and try to like deflect it as, oh, he's trying to, he probably remind me of that nigga that did this to me or something, and I'm literally talking to you about, we all got our own experiences. I don't care if y'all care about my life, but you know what I'm saying? Our concepts come from what we've experienced, and when I speak to y'all, a motherfucker done told me earlier, you probably deserve to get unalived in front of her, like, and y'all laughed about it, like, but if it was on the other hand and I was like, yeah, I just raged out and did that to that bitch, I'd have been like, he abusive, man. I'd have been kicked off the panel, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with a
You're not
person.
lying.
I had a
Nah.
hey, and this is the answer because I've seen it in the comments so many times, and even for y'all thoughts to give y'all more clarity of this is how patient I actually am as a person. I'm sitting there talking to a person. They come out of nowhere and smack me with something in my fucking face because they didn't like how the conversation was going. The same way how I get insulted by y'all because y'all don't like how the fucking conversation is going. To where now if I talk like this, I'm abusive, I'm aggressive. It's a respect factor between both of us.
He ran off, sir. He didn't want to do
No,
it.
stop that, shorty. You just try to throw a
No,
little
he
ad
didn't. He
lib
didn't
in
want.
there.
He didn't want to hear your story. Sorry, he didn't want to hear it. What's
Bro
up,
heard it.
Melted?
Can I ask a question real quick?
I'm never a victim, shorty. But this is a reality that I had to live with. Sit your hurt
Hey,
ass
you a
down in the
victim
comments.
maker. You a
No,
Why do
no,
victim
no.
men?
How
maker.
am I a
Why do
victim if
men
I'm
You
talking
be
about a
come?
making
situation that
victims.
occurred? Hey, and actually, hey, when I was talking about domestic violence, y'all actually cut me off very disrespectfully. I took a domestic violence class. Do you know that fucking 70% of domestics don't even get reported? And 9 times out of 10, women are beating the fuck out of niggas. And we think because if we call the police or something, we're bitches. So we deal with it. So calm that aggressive shit down. And you
I
can go
care
look
about
Did you
go
you.
look
learn
the
that in your
statistic up.
Is
DV
that
Hey,
good?
class?
I'm a black nigga who knows nothing. Go look the statistic up.
Y'all, let's call the police on them.
Yeah,
Wait,
call
can
the
I
police because the
Right?
nigga is right.
hold
He
on?
has an inferiority
Can I
Hey,
complex.
but
can
I'm
I ask
done
it?
now. I don't have a superiority complex.
Can I ask
I
a
said
Promise.
question?
inferiority.
Oh, I don't have that either.
Inferiority.
I don't compete with nobody but myself, shorty. I'm
Can
from
I ask?
Chicago, shorty.
Um.
I really go through
All
shit.
right, hold up. Joshua want to ask a question.
1 second, y'all.
All right, go ahead, Melted.
Okay, hey,
How you
Unlimited.
doing?
The reason why everyone's getting upset with you is because you're a hypocrite. You said to tell both sides of the story. Then you got on here and told your story, but you only told your side. So what made her do whatever she wanted to do to you? You left that part out.
I just told y'all. Well, I did.
That's
I
a good
brought it in
observation,
earlier.
Melty. Hold
You're
on.
asking,
Melty, that's a good observation, sister,
And
because that
then
is
the
so true. He did say that earlier.
I said she's correct.
Come through.
She's correct, but the basis on which I stated half a story is when I said when you're talking to your friends. We're on a panel, and I was giving you an example. And on top of that, Me telling my whole life don't mean shit because I'm complaining, I'm venting, I need therapists. Stop fucking playing like y'all not reading the chat and saying shit out your mouth. So what's the point of me adding all that in there when I'm trying to get you the concept of
Can
what abuse actually is?
can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Another reason she sat on here and called you out your name was because prior to you joining, she
There's
was
no
talking about
respect.
listen, prior to you joining, she was talking about how men create a victim outlook on themselves. And then you came in and you created a victim outlook for
So
yourself.
so so so
That's
I
what
was a victim. I get you, I get you.
listen. That's why she came on here. She said that's what happens with a lot of
Okay,
women.
Kitty.
They turn themselves into victims. So that's what she was trying to educate women on there. When you got on here and you were stating all of that, that triggered something in her. That's
I
why she
get
called
you.
you out her
So it
name.
was just
You're
for
not
me, it was more
listening.
wrong place, wrong time type of shit, right?
Yeah, and you're not
I
listening.
get you, but and now that you get that, you can see that it's personally you now. Hopefully, you can explain. I'm not trying to get you to act like you're on my side so they can jump you or however people feel, but you get the inside of what I'm saying. I ain't come on this bitch. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. I got
But
terror
we
on
were
my.
trying to explain that to you the whole time. Even I got kicked off the
No, no, no.
panel.
You
I
didn't.
still listen. Even I got kicked off. You still need to be quiet and listen. They keep talking about how men turn themselves into victims when they know it was pieces and stories to the side, and then they're trying to repeat that to you and tell you again, and you keep repeating back the same story. She was pissed off.
Yeah, and I get you, and that was based off of y'all earlier conversation on y'all panel where men are being manipulated. You know what
It was
I'm
the
saying?
same
So,
conversation
so, so,
though.
but you know what I mean? The one thing that's not within that conversation was I wasn't there. I'm not aware of the conversation, and if
But she
uh,
tried to inform you that, and you continue to tell the same
no, she
story.
never told me that.
She
Y'all had a
did. We
conversation. No,
all
hold on,
did,
hold
even
on.
in the comments.
Y'all didn't have a conversation. Y'all didn't tell me we just had a conversation. Oh, she did actually say that, but
I'm ready for round
I remember, hold up, Cash. Remember the beginning
she
when it was
used.
got to like the bias and how like it's not fair that women get to talk to their friends and tell their side of the story. Do you think he gave like a fair representation of her side?
No, I do not. Especially if she was when you were locked up, she was spending money, putting money on your books. Because a lot of men don't do that or understand that side of the story.
I've taken charges for this woman that I should have never took.
And then
That's
what
the
they
least you
said
can
was,
do for me.
listen, sir,
So it's a
listen,
lot of
sir,
other
It's a
shit
listen.
going
ghetto
on that y'all
romance
don't
Listen,
know about.
unlimited.
honey.
Listen. Another argument that we also had against that was men like to say the women don't think all the way and they're emotional. And then somebody also said women blame other stuff that they did on they don't take accountability. If she didn't take accountability and stuff like that, y'all need to take accountability too. Because what in all reality, who would do something like that?
Thank you,
Why are you
Ocean.
taking charge?
You
You're a
know,
grown man. Why are you
you're
taking charges for
absolutely right.
somebody?
Hey, you know where the accountability comes on the
Thank you,
man's part? I'm
happiness.
agreeing with you. We're having a conversation as a man and a woman to understand each other as far as the genders going concepts, not to attack each other. You know where I was supposed to take accountability at? I was supposed to.
All right. So, anybody want to like reflect on what they noticed today, or like, how like basically talk about like his reaction, which I think is going
Yeah,
on.
I ain't gonna. I'm gonna reflect and then kind of just remove myself since I've been in here. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna just assume that.
Ladies, thank you, Breathless. Anyone else want to chime in with what they saw?
You know what I saw? I saw no accountability, and I heard lots of excuses, and then justifying his actions by saying things like, you know, they do that to us. I wasn't the aggressor. They kicked me out of my house. And then he went on to say he went to the police station and then he verbally threatened the police and was basically, it sounds like taunting the police, and then was shocked when he got an assault charge. It just seemed like he was just running in circles and continuing
Well,
to
hold
dig a
up. I
deeper
would say
hole.
this, Tracy. And this is a comment I was saying earlier. Y'all can't get lost in the details, right? Like, and because that's kind of how it works, right? It's like trying to pull somebody into like your world to see it your way, and now you're trying to dissect this story. You're like, what's going on with this? Whatever. That's the whole game, right? But why do you think they're doing that?
To make themselves look good because they're they're not looking good. He
And why would he look at the prompt? Why would he come in here and tell that story?
Because he wants us to look
I think
bad.
And also, I think women's emotional labor sustains males like misogyny. Like he's coming here because he wants us to kind of validate his misogyny. And maybe we're some of those women who would just be overly sympathetic and empathetic to him. And so, like, I feel like one of the ways that we destabilize misogyny is by withdrawing our care.
Yeah, I second that. Ashley, you wanted to say something?
Yes, hello. I'm sorry. I'm trying to calm down. I'm gonna be calm. I'm so sorry. Um, I think that he shared all that information to exhaust the conversation. So when men tend to front load a lot of things, which I do find it hypocritical because I've been here for about a little over an hour. I've been like working, cleaning, all this stuff. But we all saw the beginning of that conversation where y'all reiterated that he said that, oh, if you're on the friend, like you're on the phone with your homegirls and I'm on the friend, like on the phone with my friends and I'm sharing stuff, but like I'm telling them everything, but like you're sharing stuff. You're not saying what all you did. Like, I feel like that was the first indicator we all saw. And then the confusion about like how, like why nobody was really like, because we all saw through it. So nobody really wanted to entertain it. So I think that when he saw, like when he started cracking, he started front loading the information. That's why it just all started coming out. He started exhausting the conversation. And I know that like, there's like videos on here that I've seen, I think like a year or two ago, because there has been trends of people showing like, oh, this is what my boyfriend is currently doing, or what my ex-boyfriend did or whatever. And a lot of those were like that the men would keep their girlfriends up at night. So it wouldn't even be like it wouldn't even be like an actual argument. Sometimes it'd be like they would like, why won't you open the door? I'm just gonna talk to you through the door. I'm just gonna talk. I know you have to be up for work tomorrow, but I'm just gonna keep talking. I'm not gonna let you like fall asleep, like exhausting you to the point where you just kind of just like you don't know what to do and you don't know how to respond. And then you kind of just like go along to get along. I think that he was just trying to front load the conversation with information because once it started spilling out, none of it had anything to do with the conversation. And I'm glad that you let him kind of like show and that within certain points y'all pointed out, do y'all recognize this behavior? Do y'all recognize what he meant when he was doing this? Do you understand, how this works when they do that? Like that's very informative and I really thank you for that. But I think it was just to exhaust the conversation. But in doing so, he showed a perfect example of how that works when it comes to silencing victims and when it comes to trying to get someone not to share their experience or even like find some kind of resolution. Because all the men that came up here was like, I'm here to find solutions. I'm here to talk about da 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 da. And it's just like, okay, but like, you're not ringing this man in. Like, we're not even having a conversation. The conversation is not about him. You're not reining him in. You're trying to reprimand the women that have told him in more times than not that we do not care about this part of the conversation he's trying to press upon us.
So earlier today, I did Sub Only Live and we had this conversation about why do men come to women's spaces and like pattern recognition was actually going on. Um, and Lynn actually made a really good point when she was saying that like a lot of time, like when you said the videos that women share about their partners, like these men we would never like give a time of day in person, right? But the internet gives a basically somewhere to have this discussion with somebody to point out the behaviors and not have to be a personal experience. And the reality is like men are going to continue to come to women's spaces, right? Because they're trying to control the narrative and disrupt the conversation, right? And a lot of times it end up with a women doing a lot of labor, explaining things and giving him feedback and getting more information about the story. But the reality is the story don't matter, right? So if the men are going to come to our spaces, then like we should listen to what they saying and make our connection. But yeah, I agree with
I
y'all.
also I think they come into spaces because they want like
Thank you, Jacqueline.
they want attention from us, because I have a feeling that these men are weirdos in real life. And we all know what we experience. Like a lot of us have good radars for detecting weird, creepy ass energy in men. And so I don't feel like they're having a lot of social interaction with women in their real lives, especially the ones that are chronically online, coming into women's faces. Like we may very well be the only type of engagement that this man has gotten with a woman in God knows how long.
Yeah, and I also because we know that nigga deplorable, right? I also want y'all to recognize all the men in the comments and all the men who came on the panel and the energy that they was giving us, right? Because that's important too, because a lot of men like to go off this narrative that like, oh, you know, I'm a good man, I ain't like the other man. That's not all men. But you see that this man was being disrespectful and aggressive, and look how the men responded. Something's not adding up because they're saying that they're protective, right? And they stand up for women. One guy had the nerve to say he was a simp and he didn't respond to what was going on. The reality is like the men don't, they are all participating in it. Like, I'm sorry, but the if you actually pay attention, whether you it's overt like that got unlimited, or the coverts who come in and basically come in and pretend like they concerned, but they end up circle jerking with the man and giving him support. Like, it's all a game that the men play, and we gotta make sure we're not falling for it.
Remember that one guy that came in here when he was trying to be like, well, I have sisters and I have this and I have that. And then you said, well, I
He
don't.
said he had a mama, y'all.
Yeah, he said he had a mom. And then you were like, well, I don't really care. And he was like, well, that's because you're a female, like whatever. And I was like, oh, that's the guy that you said that you didn't really see it for. And you're like, I don't really believe you, but okay. And then he was like, yeah, that's because you're a female. And I was like in the kitchen when I heard that. I was like, he really came in here trying to do like well, I understand because X, Y, and Z. And then fully when you saw right through it and called it out, he like that mask didn't stay up for very long.
Yeah.
That's similar to saying I got a black neighbor. Like you just automatically know what's going on in those certain spaces. That's what that sounded like to me. Like you're still not aware of what you're talking about just because your neighbor's black. You're not.
And to go back to the previous point, that's another thing we was addressing this morning, where it's like, a lot of times you hear the narrative that this is not. I never met men like this. I never met people talk like this. But the reality is like, there's a level of being anonymous on apps like TikTok where they can freely speak the way they want to speak. We in person, everybody has to play nice, and it's that threat of violence for women, right? And they not. But it's interesting when you don't coddle them and you don't basically feed into what they're saying, they become very aggressive because they feel like it's not your place to talk to you. They supposed to talk to you like that, but you're not supposed to match energy. But what you want to say, Oshami?
Hi, everyone in the panel, and all of everybody. I've been listening to you for a while, Tierra, and I listened to Drika yesterday. I love
It's Tara.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
It's okay.
You all are great. I love what you're doing. I love how you're bringing out the real. I love all of that. I do want to respond to the prompt as respect. So why do men call it bashing when women talk about their experiences? Well, we just heard it here a few moments ago, and every time you all have been on live, they can't deal with the truth. It's kind of like when a hit dog get hit, they holler. And so I just want to say that I have 3 sons and they were triplets. I had triplets at the age of 19. So yeah, that's a whole nother story. I just want to say that to let you all know that I'm definitely not subjective. I've seen my 2 sons be who they are, that they were spoiled. My dad used to always say you can't spoil a boy because they have to learn how to be men. And so when you spoil a boy, they become entitled. And then when they have the women in their families who feel sorry for them because they're like, oh, JoJo or John is this way and that way, but you really don't help them when you spoil. My mother spoiled my 2 because she was such a mean mother to me when I was a kid. I guess she was trying to make up for it, but I was the girl, the daughter. So I had to get treated like a boy because she had issues. She was male centered, I would say.
Hold on. You throwing a lot of stuff out there right
Trying to
now.
speed it up. I'm sorry.
Hold up. Because I am like closing this conversation out. We going to go down that rabbit hole another day. No, because you said something. I'm like, whoa, let's slow that down. But let Miss Info go real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Miss
Hey,
Info.
ladies. I just want to let you guys know there is a database in Memphis, Tennessee that records all domestic violence cases. So it's just like SMEX offenders. This is the first of its kind in Memphis, Tennessee. So hopefully it spreads to different states. So when you start dating them, you can look in those databases as well.
Yeah, I would say to be safe, just assume all them niggas violent. Right. I think a lot of I get it. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes to like ending up with a lying man, a manipulating man, a violent man, a DL man, your best bet is to just assume they all do it.
That's right.
Because some of them motherfuckers not in the database and they need to be. But I appreciate y'all for real. I'm gonna let y'all go because this live went long enough. But yeah, I like this part two, so I live from earlier. I hope y'all learned something, whatever. But whatever, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for coming and thank you for supporting. Bye.